Tanner, could you shut that door, please? Thank you. I'm totally screwed right now. I can't hear anything. Well, ahoy, crypto pirates. RG3, your captain, coming to you live from the pirate ship Discourse Syndicate. This is your Discourse Syndicate. And I am just the steward for now. I'm trying to unfuck my computer. So bear with me for a minute because I have no access. Let's see. Am I freezing? Yep, I'm freezing. I'm having trouble. Let's see. How do I get into Dlive when it doesn't want me in Dlive? Hold on one second. Bear with me, guys. Let's see. All right, this is the strangest thing. Let's see if I can log out. There we go. Different Google accounts to access all this crap. Let's see if this does it. It didn't change me. Hold on, guys. Hold on. Bear with me. I don't even know if it's live or not, to be honest. But it looks like it is. So I'm not going to worry about that part. But I do need to fix Dlive so that I can see you guys. Why is this happening? Can we log out? Can we just at least log out? Hold on. Why can't I? There we go. Okay, switch counts. All right, I'm in, I think. But why is it not changed? This one's on still. Let me try this again with Dlive. Hold on. God dang it. Sometimes I don't see. Well, now I can't get into Dlive. Wait a minute. Here we go. I am now in Dlive. Good. Yay. All right. Let's see what we got here. The chat. $20. The door isn't shut. What's that supposed to mean? There we go. All right. I'm in. I don't see Litecoin. I have thrown out a couple of invitations to some people to try and get them in here this evening, but that is not the case. So right now it's just me, your salty ass pirate. What's going on, chat room? How you guys doing in there? I got to expand this a little bit so that I can see you. There we go. Shut the door, Tanner. I guess you guys can hear me. Hold on a second. I did take one of my my stackers, so that's my new coffee for the evening. Is these stackers? I like them. Oh, my neighbor's showing off his hot rod. Nice. Maybe chat got cut off. Nope, I don't think so. I can see you guys now. Who's against me? 20 miles. Let's see. Tanner's fault again. Jeez. Tanner changed. No, I don't know what happened here. This stupid computer has been updating lately. And for some reason, it's still got updates to do. So whatever update that freaking Mac did really put a damper on things, because they've been updating for the last like freaking 2 weeks, it seems like. So anyway, how are you folks doing out there? I'm a little freaking salty in the ass, that's for sure, after all day on Twitter watching the hypocrites criticize Hex, criticize the community, block people, pull the shit that they've been pulling. I've really had it up to here. Let me see, who's that? First show with the captain, permission to come aboard. Yeah, man, if you want to come on in there, Sig EP 148. I'll send you the link. I'll send it in there. If I don't want you on, I won't put you on, but I'll send you the link. Here's the link. You want the link? There's the link. And since Litecoin's not here, anybody can join me right now. But the Twitter hypocrites are burning you too, huh? Unhexable. Yeah, it's getting to me that all of the crypto influencers, they're always looking for content. They're always looking to, speak about the next project. And whenever something new comes on, whenever it's a new flavor of the day, they're all over its dick. And they're spreading the news about it. They're talking about it. They're analyzing it, re-looking at it again, putting it up on the chart. How cool is this? Is it a scam? Is it not a scam? Let's talk why it's not. Let's see what it can do. All this bullshit that they always talk about. All these other projects. All the deep dives. I saw one freaking Box Mining was going to go do some deep dive on some scam coin. And it's like, not once, the few little tidbits of news or coverage that Hex has gotten from any of these influencers has been iffy at best. I mean, even the best of them, Ivan on tech, hey, thanks. Even Supple Man gave it a little bit of a, but everybody danced around it. Everybody didn't take the time to look at it like they've looked at other projects. And you know what? I've had it with that. And crypto needs to be called out for it. Hold on one second. My man's here. Let's put him up.
Woo! What's up?
Yo. What up, my man? How you doing?
Pretty good. I was having trouble logging in for some reason. It kept logging me out.
Oh, I was having all kinds of trouble already. Stupid Mac freaking.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Updates. For instance, now my speakers don't work. I've got speakers coming out of the computer and not coming out of the damn headset like I'm supposed to. So that's messing me all up.
I have been thinking about a headset because sometimes, like, I'm so used to having conversations over, like, with headphones and everything, that when you actually have speakers talking to you, you don't feel as like close in the.
Yeah, you don't feel like you're talking to anybody. You feel like they can't hear you, or you can't hear them, or it's messed up.
Headphones incoming.
Oh my gosh. I know. I don't know why mine is doing this. Hold on. There we go.
We're live right now, right?
Oh yeah, we're live. Yeah, sorry, man. We're live.
That's hella funny.
I think the problem is I've got all these updates. It's probably an update issue I'm having. Oh, thank you, Mama Rock, for the diamond. That's awesome. Thank you. Appreciate you supporting our show always, even while she's on vacation. Like she's on a hiatus anyway. But anyway, back to what I was talking about. Lately I've been. I mean, I'm a salty old motherfucker anyway, but lately it's been really bothering me about crypto and the influencers and the people that are in crypto influencing other people and their attitudes, their ethics, their morals, their values. I mean, if you go in the X Telegram chat right now, so one of the people that, and I'm not going to say her name, but one of the people that kind of blasted us this morning was talking about sex. You know, Richard posted something and it was so sexist of him. Well, I mean, she didn't actually say that. She alluded to that it was
basically
a sexist thing that he was doing, offering women the opportunity to use their sexuality or whatever to help promote Hex. I'm going to give you guys some Hex if you can, post some pictures up for us or whatever. And this same crypto shill uses her own sexuality all the time, all the freaking time. She's always walking
every day,
freaking phone, taking pictures and doing all the freaking shit, And then she has the balls to say something to us. And as soon as we call her out, she just freaking turned into a victim, right? And started blocking everybody and talking shit. And you guys are just crazy. Why would anybody support anything Richard does? And then she just got nasty about it, Yeah. And it was ridiculous. It was ridiculous because they're supposed to be the influencers, and then they turn around and just like dismiss us every time for anything. And then they're hypocritical about it. And they're the ones out there doing this shit, using sexuality, and on top of that, right now in the Hex Telegram, there's pictures of her sitting all over everybody, every influencer's freaking lap in the freaking, crypto space.
There's pics out here, bros. There's pics out here.
So, and I'm sure there's more. Yeah. But it's like, at what point did Hex deserve this bullshit, and the hypocrisy of these people and their attitudes. And we've got the strongest community in crypto I've ever seen, the smartest people in crypto I've ever seen. I mean, I'm a total dummy and I know more than most of these crypto influencers, and they can talk about all their technologies and all of this shit that doesn't work, by the way. They're always talking about this new fucking thing that's going to come out and fix their project that they're talking about. But none of it ever does. It never works. It turns into problems and it's all buggy. And, but they can talk a good tech game and fucking keep everybody looking at the charts and pumping their bags and dumping their bags. And then, it could go up. It could go down, and playing all that bullshit game, and how long is the crypto community going to accept this as behavior that is okay? Mm-hmm. When are they going to start listening to people like Hexologist, myself, and Richard? And we're not here to fucking wreck you guys. We're not here to sell you anything. We're trying to point you to a crypto project that actually wants to do what crypto was supposed to do. We are going to point you to a project, say, hey, look at it, read it. It's finished. If you don't like it, fine. That's all right. Go find something else. But look at what we've got here. And everybody should be talking about it. But you know what? We don't have big audiences. I don't have a bunch of people to talk to. I can barely get 500 people here on Dlive. Oh, and by the way, the person that was giving us shit has some kind of special privilege where on Dlive, all they have to have is 152 followers in order to be the partner status, which it's going to take Discourse Syndicate 1,000 followers in order to get to that status. You know what I mean? So for some reason, whatever lap she sat on for that one, she got to do it with 152 followers. You know what I mean? So it's this hypocrisy and this bullshit that's going on in crypto that has really got me irked. And I'm tired of it, and I'm done with it. And I'm going to call them out at every fucking second I can, because you guys are not going to be the ones that stand the test of time. History is not going to be kind to you guys. You're all going to be seen and exposed for who you are and what you've done in this space. And they've all been allowed to get away with this for too long. They've all been able to hide behind crypto. And to be honest, they're fucking nobodies. They're nobodies. Nobody knows crypto, and nobody knows the crypto space influencers. It's not like they're red carpet motherfuckers in Hollywood. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They're nothing. They exist in a crypto world that has a very small amount of people, and they're swayed very easy. So
they don't care about their followers. All they care about is one enriching themselves off their followers, or two, just looking good to their followers to get more followers. Like that's all it is. It's like you're just a number to them for the most part, It isn't, and like two. Well, I don't want to say any names or anything, but
see, they all got into crypto and they all started becoming influencers for a good reason. They all got it. Everybody who gets into crypto thinks about the reason they got into crypto because of the things that it was supposed to do to finance, And of course, there's a lot of people that are attracted by the money. Hey, I'm here just for the gains. There's those people, but that didn't come first. What came first was crypto, what it meant, and what Bitcoin actually meant, and Satoshi's vision, and what he was trying to do, and what it meant to the community, and what it meant to everybody on the planet, and what it meant to the stick in the eye to finance. That's why everybody came here. But then they all got lazy, and they all got fed, and a lot of them got wrecked. And, and everybody's trying to get theirs now, it seems. And so what are we saying? That we're going to allow the vultures to just pick at crypto and destroy it? Or, what Richard's done is he's brought something that can actually fucking bring it back to where it was supposed to be. It's finished product. It's immutable. The contract's there. It's very, very simple. You make more of this thing by staking it, and it creates good behaviors in crypto. And the only thing that makes a price go up is people not selling as much, or people buying more than they're selling. And Hex does that, and they don't see it. It's completely obvious. It's not like it's rocket science. All of this stuff that Richard talks about, what Hex does is not rocket science. It's simple fucking finance. It makes sense. Crypto is wrecked. It's in trouble right now. And this is a project that can help it. This is a project that can bring it back to fucking reality, slap it around in the face and say, hey, this is what crypto was supposed to be. But they don't see that. They're not talking about that. They're afraid of what's coming. They're afraid that they're going to lose their freaking, big lapdog or whatever that's paying them. I don't know, man. I've had a little bit of freaking.
You should feel like that. It is kind of bullshit. A lot of the bigger influencers are fucking paid and bought for. Literally, they're paid and bought for already by some of these bigger companies or some of these Bitcoin maxi groups and shit. It's fucking crazy, man. That I know some of these maxis. I've talked to them and stuff, and they're afraid to speak out again. Like they like Ethereum or they like something else, but they can't talk about it because they'll get chastised by their group for talking about it. Right? Because we have to keep this cult alive. It's become a sort of a cult essentially, where like you're not allowed to talk bad about anything, or you can't support anything else, I should say. But
well, yeah, you're either in the camp of this alt or that alt.
Yep.
And you're some kind of a tribalistic kind of freaking warrior for that alt. Or you're a maximalist, and it's like blasphemy to speak anything against Bitcoin. And they use the narrative, because I feel the same way they do about Bitcoin. It deserves its place. It deserves to be honored. It deserves its prestige. It deserves all of those things. It was first. Satoshi gave it a shot, and then, things like Ethereum came, other projects that are actually trying to build platforms. Those all came to say, hey, we can make crypto better. There's something here better. So go ahead and start building it. And 2018 was 17 was the year of raping crypto. And hey, we've got all these really cool, nifty, easy to build cryptos now. Let's go out and get everybody hyped up and scam them all. And, and then that made those people that were Bitcoin maxis retreat, and it made the alts go away and get a bad name. And, and then now here we are after the aftermath of it all. And there's people sitting there, the alts took the wind out of the sails out of crypto, and, Bitcoin really doesn't have anything to offer. other than its nostalgic, name, it's nostalgia, whatever, it's respect, it has that. And so they're using that as their platform. Bitcoin deserves respect. Bitcoin is the only thing. And it resonates with all of us in crypto. It resonates with me when they talk like that. It does. I understand what they're saying, but they're standing behind that. And they're not talking about reality, which is, yes, Bitcoin is all of those things. And it was the first, but where does crypto have to go? And that's the narrative that needs to be talked about, is where does crypto need to go and who's doing something about that? And that's what people need to be talking about. Who's out there in the front of crypto trying to bring it back, trying to unfuck what happened in 2017. There's nobody talking like this in crypto. It's like, wait a minute, guys, we fucked up. We let the fox in the hen house and we fucked up. Okay, so how are we going to get back to good? How are we going to get back to good? Okay, the fundamentals of Bitcoin are strong. The fundamentals of Bitcoin were right. What cryptos are going to start following those? What platforms are going to start bettering themselves, getting unbugged, creating a space for those cryptos to do that? And I think that if somebody was to give it a real good look, that's what Hex and Ethereum have done. Ethereum has made a place for Hex to exist. And Hex has come along and taken the principles of Bitcoin and expounded upon them and made a crypto for the people, by the people, to be honest, because it's ours now. Richard developed it and his team, people that put it together, and they turned it on and it can't be turned off. Just like Bitcoin. It's there. It's immutable. You can trust it. It hasn't fucked anybody. It hasn't fucked up. It hasn't gone down. And it's got things that we should be talking about, how great Hex is and how awesome the platform of Uniswap is that it actually landed on as a DeFi exchange. We should be talking about those things. That's what everybody in crypto should be talking about instead of all this other bullshit. They're buying back into the old 2018, 17 narrative of the next scam, the next pump, the next dump, And what is that going to do for crypto? Not a goddamn thing. Ain't going to do nothing. They're going to have another little pump here because they're all talking pump. Oh, here comes the pump. Here comes the pump. Oh, hey, wait a minute. The halvening happened, but that wasn't the pump. The pump is after the halvening, months after. And here we come. Is everybody ready for it? And now they're talking all that bullshit, And here it is. Institutional money is coming back in again.
Right.
And
they're praising it. Praising it.
But the guy even said they bought, I don't know, $142 million worth of Bitcoin. I don't know what it was. Some large amount of money that the institution bought.
425 million.
And in the article, the guy says, I can pull it in 2 hours. So don't be afraid, those of you who are investing. I could pull that shit in 2 hours. I'll have it out in 2 hours. That was in the interview. He basically said, yes, I'm investing in Bitcoin. And yes, my company is here. But I can rug pull this motherfucker as soon as we need it. And it's like he's warning you right up front that that's what they're ready to do. Right. Now, what value does that give to this little pumpy? Nothing. It's hollow. It's the same shit that we've seen before when the futures were set up. They came in, got what they wanted, and they walked on everybody. And all the little guys, all the people with hope, all the people with dreams, all the people that wanted crypto to do something that meant something, all of them that bought into that narrative that they all sold us of Satoshi's vision, those are all the ones that were standing there with dicks in their hand. And that's just wrong. They're getting ready to do it again to everybody. Getting ready to do it again, Yeah.
I mean, and the true Bitcoiners, right? I mean, outside. So let's just say the whales in Bitcoin, right? The whales in Bitcoin that really ran Bitcoin and had all the economic power. They sold Bitcoin out to Wall Street. Not the average, guy with 1 Bitcoin, 2 Bitcoin. I'm talking about the guys with thousands of Bitcoins, the ones that have been in the project forever. And what did they do? They sold it out to fucking Wall Street.
Yeah.
For a fucking 2x. For a fucking 2x.
And every time you can almost like count it on the to the day when these miners have to dump their Bitcoin in order to pay their bills. You know, it's that's what they do.
Yeah.
You know, that's what they do. They're companies and they have to pay bills. They have to pay electricity bills, and they mine Bitcoin and then they dump it. I mean, what else can they do? It's not like it's their fault, like they're doing something nefarious. It's the way the system's built. So, you know, Hex solves that. Hex fixes that. Those are the things we should be talking about. Now, you know, Bitcoin didn't realize that that was what was going to happen to them, that was going to, you know, be a thorn in the side of Bitcoin or whatever. But that's something they should be talking about fixing. And what fixes it? Hex fixes that. Staking fixes that. So I don't know, man. I don't know. I just want to hear more people out there speaking the truth to the crypto community, you know, and I'm not seeing it. It's like it's getting worse out there. You know, it's like it's getting worse. So those of you in Dlive that are tuning into us, I don't know if we're I couldn't find Hexo on the front page for his show today. I don't know what was going on with that, but I didn't see him. So I don't know if but he pulled up his and his showed. Let me see if I can see it when I pull up the homepage. Us.
We're the fifth.
Oh, there we are. I see us now.
Sure.
Yeah, so we're on the front page. Well, that's good. That's good to know that we're not being gate kept. So, hey,
all hail Justin's son.
You gonna email him? You got the hookup?
Yeah.
So somebody in the chat room asked to come in. I sent you the link, didn't I? Did I send you the link? Let's see. Let me see.
Oh, shout out to Mama Rock. You're awesome.
Yeah, thanks, Mama Rock. She said we are number 5. That was for whoever wanted to come in and chat. That was your link.
Yeah.
And anyway, because I don't care who comes in here and talks. This is what it's for. I know Friday nights is our big night, but I invited a crypto influencer in today. But let me see if I got a message back from him. I'm not going to say who it is because I want to kind of. Oh man, my Twitter is blowing up. I got so many freaking messages in there. Let me see. No, I haven't heard back from him yet. That's cool. All right. So anyway, so what I did like about today, though, about the little Twitter war that was going on was the women, the Hexican women jumped in and they chimed in and blasted this girl and told her, hey, man, you're wrong. You're all wrong about this. And then they all got blocked. Everybody got blocked.
And then she started. I checked her page later on. She started crying. It's so unfair how I'm getting attacked right now. And then there's all her little fucking simp boys. Sorry, bitch,
coming to her rescue. She knows how to play it. I'm sorry, but you know that's typical. What type of woman is that does that kind of stuff? You know, I don't want to. I'm definitely not going to stereotype all women. I wouldn't do that because that's not the way it is. Especially with our gals in Hex. They're some solid girls, women.
I'll call her a Salem witch.
A Salem witch.
Yeah.
Well, that's it's like just seeing all those photos with the. And I don't know. I could just, I've just been around women like that just, they just use that whole victim thing and all that just to, and then they'll pit other men against other people and turn it into an issue that they don't have to deal with, that they don't have to get in. It's just wrong. Yeah. It's just wrong. It's a battle of the sexes kind of wrong. What's that?
She's a Karen waiting to happen. As soon as she gets a little older and the dudes ain't paying attention as much, she's gonna either become a Karen or a crazy cat lady. It's one of those two paths, you know.
Hold on, somebody said, what did it say? Hey, Captain, you could sit on a dick for Hex, could you not? Sure, I would. What do you? I don't understand what you're saying. Are you trolling the chat room, or is there a reason for that? Who else? Let's see. The girls are here. Yeah, they want to play a victim. Blah blah blah. Fuck that little hoe. She should become a Hexican and redeem herself. I doubt that happens. Ooh, nice coin there, Mama Rock. That's cool. Leech, RG3 Leech. Is that what you're trying to call her? Karen. Oh, hey, the Annette. She had some good comebacks. She blasted her, of course. The Annette's freaking OG Hexican freaking woman. She just killed it. Let's see. Before it's too late, I have my own gold coin. Yeah, I see that, Mama Rock. Nice.
I think
Post that picture in response. No, you know what? I've got pictures, and I'm not. It's all over Telegram, but it's already been posted all over our Telegram. I was like, hey, I got some pictures. Somebody sent me pictures. Well, I didn't even have to post them; they were already posted up there. Mm-hmm. So anyway, hey, thanks, Hexologist, for hosting us, buddy. Yeah. You're the man. Dude's freaking streaming with his infant daughter in his arms. Badass, dude. You're a badass. You are a freaking badass, man. That was cool. Let's see. By the time these people figure Hex out, we will be long gone into the depths of outer space. You know what, Super Hex out? When you are right. You know, me and Litecoin had a conversation about that today. Because we were. I talked to so Liberty is a real life, like, the man is a freaking financial, wizard. He works in the financial world, in the regular financial world, I guess you'd call non-crypto, whatever. And I've talked to him about some options that I might have to accumulate another fat bag of Hex, with some of the investments that I have out there that maybe I want to convert into. And one thing he said to me, he's like, we started talking about, he's like, dude, at what point is enough? And I said, well, I mean, my philosophy is, when they say, how much more do you want, RG? It's like, well, just a little bit, I always want a little more. I always want a little more, whether it's, whatever it is. That's just my mentality. I want a little more, so fucking give it to me, or how do I get it? That's, I don't know. That's how I've lived my life, is I want a little more. Yeah. And then I started, and then I started doing some of the math, like Brennan. Have you seen some of Brennan's math?
Yeah, I've seen him.
He's got the math down. He's posting a lot of cool stuff about the math, and the math is like astronomical. What your stakes look like after 10, 15 years, and those are just, models of how it's going to look. But I mean, just at, average, very conservative amounts, your Hex grows exponentially. Yeah. And you and I both did the math on kind of our stacks. We divulged a little bit, and we started to talk about little parts of our stacks, and just a small portion, like, he said, how much, a few million would be out at 15 years. It's like, I mean, we're talking like at today's Hex prices, 15-year stakes with a modest amount of Hex in it, you're talking $15 to $30 million US dollars. And it's like, holy crap. If this thing moons, if we see a penny, 2 pennies, 3 pennies, we're talking about significant amounts of money that early Hexicans, OG Hexicans, people that got in the beginning and got some dolphin wallets or some, shark wallets or whatever, even squids. I mean, you're talking millions of dollars in a squid account, over a 15-year period. So how much do you really need, and, at what point do you say, hey, I'm good, man, I'm good. I did all right. you know, because anybody who's sitting in the top, couple thousand wallets, which is, most people that are OG Hexicans here, I mean, you're sitting with humongous fucking loads of hex after 15 years. It's going to be fat. And even if you're looking at 3 cents, I mean 0.003 cents, not 3 cents, but a third of a cent. Well, actually, I think we're at 4 something today, right?
Yeah, I thought we touched 50.
Did we?
Yeah, I think we did.
Do we have that much of a pump? Holy shit. Holy shit. I didn't know.
Yeah, Hex.
Network.
We're 45. I'm sorry.
Here, Hexident. Yeah, I'll give you the link again. It's in there. That's like the 3rd time I sent it, bro. There you go. So it's significant. If you're sitting on wallets like that, yeah, if you end up with too much money, you can always early end stake and nuke the rest. Yeah, that's what some people seem to be doing. We're up to 30.7 APY right now.
Dude, the APY is sick. And then, man, if you really start thinking about shares, holy fuck, the game is about shares, really.
Well, yeah, we've established. I mean, Discourse Syndicate has been like, from the time that we brought Kyle onto the show and we talked about shares, the light bulb went off on this show, and we were the proponents of early end staking and, staking it out longer. Richard said on stream the other, I didn't anticipate people doing that. And, we were a big part of talking about doing that, because I looked at my stacks and go, wait a minute, these are way too early. These stakes are coming out way too early. Thank God we have that emergency end stake feature. Thank God that, at 50% of that. And by the way, today is the day that my last stack is at 50%. So I get to pull out after the show tonight. I get to pull it out. And I'm going to let it sit there until Staker app comes out. Once Staker app, I'm dropping that baby in there and staking out, So Staker app, I think I was watching in the Discord channel the other day. They're ironing it out, man. It's almost here. So, but yeah, man, the show here, Discourse Syndicate, has always said, if you got something coming out before big payday and it's gone, you can get your principal back out, call it a mistake, say I messed up, and restake it longer. And that is advice, guys, because if you are getting out early, maybe if you have to, you got to do what you got to do. But if you want to be in on those shares, if you want to capitalize on those shares and make those gains later down the road, like Hex is designed to do, it is not designed for people to get out month 1, 2, and 3 and walk with their Hex. It is not designed for that. And I'm telling you right now, Richard has freaking fixed every corner so that when you think that you're trying to, game the system or whatever, you're not. You're not.
You're gonna lose, bro.
It was built to stake long, and the gains are for staking long. So if you have a stake that is over 50% complete, or right at 50% complete before big payday, consider restaking that out and getting you more shares and getting you a bigger bag, especially if you're real young. If you're in your 20s and 30s, you have no excuse but to stick that shit out there 10, 15 years. No excuse. Because, I'm 53 years old. I've worked all my life, and I've put a lot of blood, sweat, and freaking tears out there on the roads of the working man's road, so to say. And you've got no reason in the world not to throw a retirement plan out there like that for yourself. If I was in my 20s, man, I'd take everything I had and stick it out there at 15 years, man, because what I would have done to be like 35, 40 years old with a stack like that. I mean, think about it. That's very, very young still to be able to just call it and say, you know what, I'm going to go be a philanthropist and I'm going to go help this group or help that group or help these people or help that, project or help that, cause or whatever, because the money thing will be handled, at that point. Because I mean, right now, this 0.004 cents, it's not going to last. It's even we were talking about the pump too, right? If we were thinking it might. Are you still there? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
So, I mean, we were talking about maybe seeing a pump on big payday, right?
Right. Yeah, possibly maybe going to like 3 cents or something. Hopefully.
Yeah, or maybe even the FOMO might even get even stronger and push it to 4. And but what if it dumps to 1? What if it dumps to a penny? I mean, will we all be mad?
Not really. Yeah, not really.
And it doesn't take a lot of money to bump it to that. We've already all determined that. We've gone over that ad nauseum, and I've gotten messages from people that have money sitting on the side that are coming in. And so I know that there's some whales out there still. I know that there's a pot of them out there. I know that, any project that is sitting at its launch phase and has something as big payday. I mean, big payday is freaking huge. Yeah. I mean, huge. Anybody who's a trader out there should be going, you know what? I'm going to buy some Hex and stake it for, till after big payday and just cash out. It's going to double my stack, period. End of story, And I mean, if you're a trader and you looked at and like I said, I'm not, and I don't look at charts, but if you look at Hex's historical chart through the launch and you sit back and look at it and go, this son of a bitch, look how strong it is. Look how strong this thing is. And on this day, it's going to double my stack just for being staked in there. And I don't have to stake it any days past the big payday, just the day after, and then I can yank it out. Wow. That's a really ripping deal. I'm going to capitalize on this son of a bitch, And I think there's a lot of traders sitting there waiting for that, They're like, I'll dump it. I'm going to dump on these motherfuckers' heads, And that's always proven to not work in Hex.
Yeah.
We just seen a guy dump how many millions of Hex the other 200 million?
200. Yeah, it was a lot, man. It was like it's anywhere from like $500,000 or $1 million of Hex.
And then what happened? What happened? Where are we at? I'd like to know where we're at right now. Hold on a second. Let me pull it up.
41. We're at 41% of a penny right now.
Oh, yeah, that's what I thought. We were about 4.1 or 41. I mean, that's right back. That was just a couple
I know,
days.
We bounced back. Yeah.
And that's with, close to 1 billion Hex every day coming in with, the AA and the freaking, percentage gains, the 30% gain that you get from, the referrals, all that stuff, So you're talking about close to 1 billion a day and we're still pumping back up, I mean, Hex is strong. Hex is a strong freaking coin. A strong coin. Oh my goodness. We got an OG Hexican coming in for the first time here. Let me bring him up. El Hexadente. What's up, dude?
Hey, what's up, dude?
What's up, guys? Hey, can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. We can hear you. I like your hat.
Man. Oh, thank you. Yeah, it's a guy that I know owns a Italian restaurant. It's their hat. It's pretty awesome.
Nice. So what's up with you, bro? What do you got going on?
A lot, but yeah, just the way everything's been going right now. It's even happening when I'm talking to people, my family, friends of my family. They have almost the same responses as a lot of these people that are on the Twitter crypto people. And it just seems like if I get real upfront with them a lot of times it turns them away, but it seems like the ones that are gonna take the advice, or that are gonna see what the project actually is, they're gonna be the ones that accept what I say anyway. So but you just got to keep cruising along, keep pumping along, keep it's about truth, you know. We stand for truth, so that's why you get so adamant about standing up for this, because it's not just about crypto, it's not just about all these other things. It is actually about the sovereign individual standing for truth, for us to be able to transact without other people interfering. And it's almost like we have our hands out trying to help people, like, hey, we've found this way, it's over here. Do you guys want to be free? Do you guys want to be able to help your families, your communities, your churches, whatever? And so it kind of hurts your feelings whenever they reject that, but we have to think of the big picture, long term, and just keep moving forward and keep offering the amazing product to people.
You know what? I'm glad you said that, because you're absolutely right, Accidente. And by the way, I've always liked your content, your comments, and everything that you do. You're an awesome part of the community, bro.
Thanks.
For sure.
You're right. When any movement operates on integrity, and there are people and forces working against it, the easier, softer way to not have to be one of those people that expose themselves, which is what we are all doing. We're exposing ourselves to the FUD, to the abuse, to the, you know, we're actually taking the fire from everything out there. So the easiest way is to shun it, to stand behind the people that are making fun of it, to stand on that side of the fence versus, you know, joining the people that are getting the rocks thrown at them. It's easier, softer way.
Yeah.
And
exactly.
And a lot of people, it's very hard for them to join in. And we're at that phase. Have you ever seen that thing where the guy's dancing by himself and everybody's laughing at him and shit, you know, and he's just doing this stupid dance and everyone's kind of giggling. And then one guy joins him, you know, and he starts doing the dance with them. And then another chick joins in. And then before you know it, you got 3 or 4 people. And then before the whole video's over, the whole place is joining the guy, you know. So at first everybody's mocking him and laughing at him and nobody wanted to join him. So we're at that stage where there's 1 or 2 people joining in and getting the thing started, you know. And those people, us, we want to, like you said, we want to help. We want to extend out our hand to the community. Like what I was talking about at the beginning of the show here. We all got into crypto for good reasons. We look at crypto in a certain way for good reasons. We all believe in Satoshi's vision, you know, for crypto. We all believe in Bitcoin and what it meant to the world, and that is all inherent. And every I believe that even all of the bad crypto influencers that are out there right now, or all the disillusioned, or the crypto influencers that aren't doing the right thing right now, I think that in their hearts they had the right play in mind too. Somewhere along the line they got lost, and here we are, you know, trying to expose a project that is bringing that back, you know. So we all have the same concept in mind. Like whenever somebody like you jumps on the show and you start talking, I hear the same thing. It resonates with all of us. We're all in crypto for a reason, you know. We want to stick a stick in the eye of finance and big banks, and we want something the whole world can utilize, and we can, you know, do it with freedom. And that's what this is all about. It's a freedom movement. It's a financial freedom movement. And we are sick and tired of it being circumvented by greed. And that's what's happening, is crypto is being the essence of crypto is being circumvented by the greedy people that are out there. And we're tired of it. And the real influencers are us. Hexicans like yourself are the real influencers, and you guys need a voice, and you guys need to speak up. And we don't have big platforms right now. We don't. honest, that's just the way it is. There's like 600 people that watch us on Dlive and not on a regular basis. We get a couple thousand views, 1,000 views here, 1,000 views there. That's not a lot of people. Crypto space is small in and of itself, but we've got to keep going. No matter how hard the road to trudge is, we got to keep going. Hexologist does it every day. He inspires all of us to get out there and do it and speak the message and get Richard's message out there, the message of Hex, what it means to crypto, how it can change things back to good, and then listening to people like you, just getting on and showing your face and saying, hey, look, I'm a Hexican. I'm all about this. And this is why. It's not because I'm greedy. And yeah, we talk about bags. We talk about making money. And we talk about being rich. We talk about, that's just part of it. It's fun. But when it all comes down to it, I think that the people in Hex right now, the OGs, they are a group of people that really, if they were the stewards of this large amounts of money, that they're going to do good things. Like you were just talking, like how you can help your churches, your communities, and these type of things. I mean, I've got plans. I've got stakes out there for family members that I'm just hoping that this 15-year stake is going to pay for these people's houses or something, So I think that the Hexican community is all thinking that same way. And they're going to be good stewards of what's about to come.
Yeah, exactly. And I just looked at everything, just like our like Richard always says, like crypto was invented to get rid of middlemen, but the majority of the people that are in the controllers in crypto are middlemen. And so when you have a movement or a group, a community that is they're not only gonna take on the biggest juggernaut in the world in finance, but also is gonna take on this thing that masks itself as helping people, but is really destroying the fabric of what crypto was created for. So we have that, and then we just have so much just going on in the world, because when you look at crypto, and even Hex will teach you so much about the time value of money, just all these great things that it teaches. Some stuff that I didn't even look at, and we have to bring that to our families and to the world. And if they don't believe your word, maybe you just have to show them, and then they'll figure it, and then they'll come on later. But
yeah, that's the unfortunate part about being an early influencer, is that the people that are closest to you. Here's the problem: people that are closest to you know you. They know.
Yeah.
They know every time you've failed. They know all the shit that you've tried to do. They know what happened to you in 2017. So they're the hardest people to convince, because they've saw it. Mom has said, that's my son. I love him to death, but goddamn, he's got his head in the clouds half of the time trying to chase this crypto dragon, and gotta love him. But goddamn it, I'm not putting my money in it. And that's how a lot of our families are, and a lot of people that we care about are, I mean, I've got buddies that I care deeply for that are sitting on big bags of ETH that they got in 2017. And I couldn't convince them, I couldn't convince them. And they'd be sitting on so much Hex right now, if they would have put, $30,000, $40,000, $50,000 into, February and March or something like that, then they'd be sitting so I can't even tell them what they've lost, because they're my friends, but hey, they got jaded. So it's hard to influence when you're an early adopter to something like this. Oh, is that a Hex Force pin?
Yeah, that is. I don't have a lab coat or anything cool to put it on yet, so I might just stick it on there. Yeah, but I was gonna say, I actually had a conversation today. I'll tell you guys the story with this. He's like a trader, but he's probably 50 something years old. He doesn't do crypto, and his idea, he understands the whole idea of it, but the psychological part of having money locked up for an amount of time, and with the volatility, if that I mean, you could just imagine if you have some 5-10 year stakes, the price, if it does 10x, 100x, whatever it does, they're going to start looking at their bag like, well, I need it. Like, you know how it is with people. So there's some, and I could just tell his mentality wasn't, he was going to make bad decisions down the road. I could just tell, because he's all about getting the money fast and then, you know, messing with it. And I'm like, well, this isn't that. This is, you watch it and you stake it and you make a ladder, and it's not something you're going to tinker with all the time like traders like to. So that's another
It's a
element.
completely different mentality than the trader mentality. We've literally got to change the brain function of the crypto community, because they've all bought into this trader thing. And I find it very funny and very entertaining. One of the hardest things to accomplish is to become a good stock trader by reading charts. It's almost like reading tea leaves or freaking tarot cards, you know, and unless you're really, really, really good at it, you know, chasing the stock market as a day trader is one of the hard things in life to do. And so many people get wrecked.
Garbage.
Just out in the stock market world. Crypto is a completely different animal, you know? There's so much insider trading going on in crypto. I mean, it's part of the game. And if you're not part of that, you're going to get wrecked, you know? And we see that all the time. We watch rug pulls. We watch pump and dumps. The freaking Telegram was filled with pump and dump rooms all through 2017. And they're still out there right now. They're still there. You can go jump in pump and dump rooms. They pool their money, they pump up crypto, and then they dump it and get the hell out and laugh. I saw it. I was in those rooms. I watched it happen. And it's so people buying into these TA courses and trying to, you know, turn into, you know, awesome crypto traders. They really should be listening to the wisdom behind crypto investors and finding out what it is that they do, what it is that they look at as a project, what it is crypto really should be, and then, you know, go and invest that way. You know, I know I'm very conservative when it comes to trading, because that's just where I'm at in my life. I'm 53 years old. I don't go looking for the volatile stuff. You know, I'm looking for solid investments because I'm getting ready to retire. I'm getting ready to, you know, call it, hey, it's time for me to start living off of this saved money. So anyway, we got something exciting happening right now. I just got a message from one of our Hex community members, and I don't know if he just turned off his camera or if he messed it up or what, but let me see if he's here. But this is, hey guys, it is Nagabo coming to join Discourse Syndicate tonight. Hold on one second.
Nagabo?
Naga, you there?
Yeah, I'm here, but I don't know what's going on with this camera over here. I'm trying to get it to work.
See down there where the cog is, where it says camera mic? You see that down there?
But it's
I think maybe either that or your browser's just not allowing it to do what it's supposed to do.
Hey, you better get that camera in line, Nagabo.
Yeah, let's see if we can get it fixed. Right on. We're going to get Nagabo in here with us. Now, that's
hey,
the
RG.
motherfucker right there. Yo.
RG.
Yo.
Hey, so I have probably one of the most important questions. I've asked it. Some people just don't like talking about it because I get it. But the number one question when I'm onboarding people is, how am I going to get out? Like the off ramp, like we don't want to use centralized exchanges, right?
Yeah.
And so whenever these people want to know from start to finish, how am I going to get in? Regardless, they want to know how they're going to get out.
So that's always the biggest problem of crypto. So you got to teach somebody how to use a wallet. And so this is, once you get through the onboarding and offboarding of crypto process and teach somebody how to do that, very, very, to us, it's not difficult. But to the new user, to somebody who doesn't know anything about crypto, they go to the bank, they use their Visa card, or they use Zelle, or they use any of the other 100 apps that are out there that make money changing very easy. It's difficult because now they've got to take snapshots. They got to bend over and spread their cheeks and cough and do all that stuff for these exchanges for Coinbase to get them onboarded. So after you've gone through the process of teaching somebody how to set up a Coinbase account or whatever their onboarding platform is, I'm just saying Coinbase because that's the basic that everybody does. Then you've got, let's see, it looks like Naga might be coming in. Then after you get that done, there's only one way for them to offboard, and that is through that same process. No matter what, getting crypto in or getting fiat in and getting fiat out of crypto is going to be through the gatekeeper. Period. End of story. Unless you're in a back alley with a treasure, trading it to somebody for some cash. And I wouldn't suggest any of that kind of bullshit. But no matter what, you ain't going to get away from, you got to offboard through one of the platforms. Period. End of story. You're going to get gatekept. You're going to have to, you're going to get monitored, and you're going to have to pay goddamn taxes. So figure out how you're going to shelter yourself, because that's the way it is. But hey, let me pull Nagabo up because he came on and I'm freaking honored, privileged, and this is a badass motherfucker right here. This is pirate as fuck right here. Nagabo, what is happening, mama?
The crypto commander.
What's good? What's good?
You, man, getting you on Discourse Syndicate is good. That's what's good, man. We've been waiting for you.
Yeah, okay. Okay.
I've been watching you on YouTube, Nagabo.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you're going hard over there, dude. Thank you.
Yeah, you go hard, bro. You go hard. But that's how we do it around here too. So you're welcome. Let it all fly, my man.
Yeah, drop some knowledge on us.
Well, I'm just the type, the way these cryptos. Oh wait, hold on one second. Come on out. This is my son coming out the shower. Hold on. All right, I'm back.
Everybody's going to want to see you putting the two fingers in the face. So when you're talking, make sure you give everybody a couple of fingers there.
Okay. That right there. Yeah, but no, the crypto market, bottom line, the only way the price is going to move on all these cryptos, no matter which one you have, is when more money comes into it. That's the bottom line.
You're right.
And with Hex is not designed for banks at all. Banks ain't going to invest in Hex at all. The people going to invest in Hex because Hex is not for the banks. And whole reason why crypto was created was to separate ourselves from these goddamn banks out here.
Yep.
So, Hex, you can make some money with it. I see the light at the end of the tunnel with Hex.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's like you said, it's what crypto was meant to be. And now crypto is going to join the banks. They want to go back to the banks. Yep. And it's like, where did this shit come from? This isn't what crypto was designed to do. Why are you guys snuggling up to the big investors, the big banks, the big corporations? What the hell is going on here? And that's what I like about your message is that you're calling that shit out. And there ain't a lot of people out there calling that shit out. We do that here on this show, and I hear you doing it. But man, these crypto influencers, they're crawling into bed with these folks.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm like, I got a bag in XRP, but I know I'm cashing all the way out of that.
Yeah.
I know I'm dancing with the devil when I'm dancing with the devil, but I'm gonna use what's in power to obtain a little power, get some money, and make the world a better place.
Yep. But you're right, Naga. I mean, see, the thing is that you got a bag, and all those other motherfuckers do too, and that's why they're doing what they're doing. You are a man about it, and you're calling it out. You're saying, "Look, I'm stuck with a bag of this shit, but this is shit," and they're all going, "Well, we just want to we just want to be friends with this thing, because they want to coax it into, pumping their bag, versus calling it out and saying, you know what, I'm stuck with this shit and it's fucked up, and got to figure out a way to get out of this,
Yeah.
Hey, there's like $7 trillion sitting in checking accounts, and that's probably a low number. So it's not, you don't need the bank's money, you need the people that are in the bank's money, and it's to help them. It's not even to get anything of their, you know what I mean? And that's just like dangling a carrot, you know what I mean? They're dangling the carrot because they want people to stay, and they promise future whatever, which, Hex doesn't make any future promises.
Hexologist says what's up.
Yeah,
Naga.
Hexologist said to tell you what's up, Nagabo. He's
Right.
he's a fan. Well, the whole community is fans. We loved you before you even became a Hexican, and I mean those couple videos you put out about XRP were the fucking best, man. I mean, you just were like off the chain, calling them out. It was great, man. I loved it. And then when we found out that you became a Hexican, when we found out you were part of our community, or you were looking at this, we were like, oh yeah, that's our man right there. We got to get this boy in with us. Get him talking.
Yeah, because I can't really bust nobody's balls with Hex, because Hex is just, it exists. Ain't no CEO like Bitcoin. And
it's done. It does what it does. Period. End of story. And you can't change it. You can't stop it. You can't turn it off. You can't fake it. It is what it is.
That's right.
Yep.
Banks wouldn't touch it with a 10-foot pole, but you know what? The people will. So it's up to us. Really, we're the ones that hold the success of Hex in our hands. So just get it out there to the people. Text your friends, say, hey, buy this coin.
Well,
Buy this coin. But
go ahead.
A lot of like instructional videos have to be made, because it's too complicated for the average person.
Yeah,
that's the only thing that I don't like about crypto, is how complicated it is. It needs to be simplified a little better, but it is what it is right now, because we
Staker app.
This thing.
Yeah, well,
Hey, tell them about the Staker app, RG.
What's that?
Oh, I was just saying, tell Nagabo about the Staker app. Make sure he knows about it.
Well, we've got a project that's been built for the last 6 to 8 months or so by a couple of Hexicans. I don't know if you've been to Hex.Live yet. Beautiful site. You can look at your stakes, you can look at your wallets, you can look at all the stats. Then there's a site called Hex.Vision that has every stat on the planet that you can imagine with Hex. You can look at Hex from any angle you want from that site. So any angle. If you take those two sites and put them together, you'd have something incredible. And that's what the two leaders of that, Firebun and Steph, came together, and they're working on an app called the Staker app, and you're going to be able to stake through that app. And they've got all kinds of cool stuff that's going to be added to it. And that's going to launch in the next day or so here. I mean, we're literally like a day or two away from seeing this thing. They might have to push it out a little bit of time. I don't know, get the bugs out of it or whatever. But the Staker app is going to be huge for onboarding people. So it's going to have an onboarding platform. And I don't know how fast they're going to be able to do all that, but they're going to be, you're going to be able to do everything that you need to Hex, and it's going to be beautiful. I mean, aesthetically, nothing beats Hex.Live. If you've not been there, go to Hex.Live, hook your wallet into that, and you prepare to be amazed. It's badass. So that Staker app is coming out. But something you said, Naga, I want to get back to. I've been on the fucking warpath with crypto influencers for the last week. I mean, we've been at war with them for a while, but for the last week, my mind has snapped to a point where I've fucking had it up to here with these clowns. because they're fucking up crypto. All of them, Antonopoulos, Vase, all of these clowns are lying to us. Either they're lying or they're lazy and they're stupid. And who wants to follow lazy, stupid people or liars and cheats and crooks? So they're one of those, because none of them have given Hex a minute of time. None of them have given Hex an honest opinion. And these are the influencers in this space. So I've been calling them all out on their bullshit and saying, you know what? They no longer have custody of crypto anymore. It's us. It's people that actually give a shit about crypto, that have a project like Hex in our back pocket, that understand what Hex is, for us to go out there and start teaching people about what's coming and what DeFi really means and what crypto really means, and what a better project than the amazing project that Bitcoin was. Hex is built on that. Hex is like Bitcoin. It was built like Bitcoin. Richard didn't call Bitcoin a piece of shit and say, I'm gonna build something better. He said, I'm gonna take the concept of Bitcoin and build something better because the community needs it. They're asking for it. They wanted it. Since Bitcoin came out, they've been wanting more. And here it is. Hex is more. It does all the things that Bitcoin can't do. And it's a real project. And it's just built just like Bitcoin. And it's immutable. It's done. It's finished. It's just like Bitcoin, but it's better. And we have to say that, because all these other clowns aren't. So we need people like you to get out there in people's faces and say, hey, we've had it up to here with you guys. You're no longer the influencers. We are. We're the fucking influencers. And we're going to help the people. And we're going to tell the crypto community what's up. Because you guys won't. Because you guys are all full of shit. So anyway.
Good sermon.
Amen. I'm
about ready to.
one quick question.
Yeah, go ahead.
Because I'm still learning Hex. I don't know everything about Hex.
All right.
I just know enough that I got in. And so from what I understand, when you buy now, you're buying on the adoption amplifier. And you're sharing whatever. It's been averaging like 68,000 for 1 ETH.
Right.
Yep.
But after that's all over, the days are over.
That's it.
Where will we start buying the Hex at that point?
Uniswap and exchanges. So right now you can go on Uniswap. Have you ever used Uniswap?
Yes.
Okay. So Uniswap, which is a decentralized exchange, which is a beautiful marriage with Hex and Uniswap, is a beautiful marriage, because we have a place that we can actually move Hex around, and it's decentralized. No KYC, none of that shit, right? So now we can move Hex, and we can go to the adoption amplifier and put our ETH in there and mint our own Hex, or we can literally go on to the exchange, the decentralized exchange that is Uniswap, and purchase it there. So you have those two places. Now, after Big Payday, no more of that. There's no more adoption amplifier. It's over. That's the last of the Hex. Things are going to change drastically on that day, because Big Payday's over. Everybody's going to have their stacks increased by whatever it's going to be, whether it's double or triple, or get an extra half a bag of what you got. It's going to be over after that day. But people are still going to be wanting Hex, and there's going to be only a couple ways to get it, and that's either through an exchange or through Uniswap or a decentralized exchange. And of course, that's the best way to pick up your Hex, but that's how it's going to be.
Hey Naga, have you ever used Uniswap before?
Yes.
Beautiful, isn't it?
But not yet. Yeah, it is, but not with Hex. I was just fooling around with making my own cryptocurrency and swapping it around in there.
How long ago?
Last week.
Oh, okay. Got you. Okay.
Is it the Naga token or what?
No, it was just a test token.
Did you use it before September, before the September snapshot, and get your free uni?
Did I what?
Did you use it before the September? I think it was a September 1st snapshot that Uniswap did to get your free uni.
No, I didn't do that.
Okay. Well, they just dropped. So all of us Hexicans, we've been using Uniswap since, last year, forever. because as soon as it came out, it was, well, I think it was not until January or February, right? Or somewhere around now, right after our launch, we were able to use Uniswap. So we've all been, when I was playing around, so I started this show and I started playing around with all of the dApps that were out there on Hex. And so I created a bunch of wallets. And what Uniswap just did is they gave 400 free Uni tokens to every wallet that you had out there. So I just took all my wallets and I mean, Hexican's cleaned up. We were, I mean, 400 Uni, and when it first came out, it was like $5 per Uni. So we were making, you know, like $2,500, $3,000 stacks on every wallet that we had, you know?
Okay.
So it was a big drop to all of us Hexicans because we've been using Uniswap like religiously, you know, creating wallets, using it to swap, using it to trade. Like I said, I was using it just to play with the dApps and tell everybody about the dApps I was messing around with. And they dropped a whole bunch of tokens on us. And I mean, I dumped that shit and put it in Hex. So, you know, as soon as we picked it up, but you know, that was just free money. I think there's another free drop coming from Axiom. Is that the name of it?
Oh, Axiom. Yeah, Axiom's doing one. I was going to ask you guys about that. I just saw it today. MetaMask is
shit, that's for sure. I'll take free money anytime, you know? So, you know, if you take your Hex and I guess you've got to stake the Axiom token or whatever they give you. I haven't looked at all the details, but I think it's I think they're getting ready to launch their test net like in a couple hours or something. But once that comes out, then all your Hex, you're going to be able to claim, just like a Bitcoin claim, you're going to be able to Axiom claim with your Hex, whether it's staked or not. And then they've already taken the snapshot, I guess. So you're going to be able to claim it and get free Axiom. But it's just like Hex where they'll stake it for a year or whatever. But hey, stake it in there and freaking watch what happens. It's free money.
Yeah. And another thing I don't know if you guys have any information on it, but the MetaMask I heard was going to do an airdrop at some point. So it'd probably be a good idea to go out and make several accounts on your MetaMask wallet.
Yeah. Who knows? And,
use OpenSea too.
What is it?
OpenSea. Oh yeah, that too.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do a little cheap transaction.
I need to know how you found out about Hex, because like I said, when we first saw you come on the scene, you were, you know, shouting at the rooftops and eating shit and barking at the moon about XRP, you know, and we were playing your video all over the place. We loved it, man. It was fucking awesome. And so that's how we know. But how did you end up here at Hex's doorstep?
Well, Richard Hart had watched my videos and sent me a message, said he liked my videos and said, check Hex out. And he emailed me again. I mean, not emailed me, but messaged me again. Yeah. And I said, I'm still looking into it. When I finally looked into it and I saw some videos, and I saw Richard Hart wearing a top hat with candles in the back. I said, oh, he gotta practice magic like I do.
Goddamn right. You're like, this motherfucker is a voodoo bitch like me, man.
So yeah, I liked it. I got involved. And I'm gonna buy some more here shortly, maybe in about a couple of weeks, because you know I don't make a whole lot of money, but you know, I could put something in it once a month.
That's good, man. That's dollar cost average in.
Dollar cost average in here to big payday.
So yeah, I put 50% of what I made this month into crypto, and I'm going broke for the rest of the month, but I don't care.
Well, I don't know if you do you understand how the big payday's working and how all that's working?
A little bit.
So because we get a lot of new people, and the last time I did this, everybody liked it. For the Dlive crew, because how many people we got watching now? So we got 130 people watching. So for those of you on Dlive, I'm gonna lay out Hex for you, and I'll try and educate you a little bit too, Naga. I know you know some about Hex, but maybe I'll throw some stuff out there you might not have heard about. So what Naga was talking about was this adoption amplifier we have, which is the way you get your Hex in the launch phase. Only the launch phase, 351 days, started back in December, and we're going to go till November 19th is the day that it ends. All of us Hexicans, myself, Hexologist, a couple others, we're going to be doing a 24-hour stream on the 18th through the 19th, all the way through Big Payday, watching the price, watching everything, talking to the community, launching Hex, because that's the day it launches. We've all been excited for that. Now, what Hex is it is a cryptocurrency that acts just like Bitcoin, right? It gives you, oh, hold on a second. It gives you access to crypto, which is it is a currency that nobody else has control of. No banks have control of it. It's yours as long as you control your keys. The problem with the crypto world is that everybody wants your keys. All these exchanges want your keys. All of these projects want to hold on to your keys so that they can shut you down, turn you off, stop you, slow you down, do whatever they want with your crypto. Hex changes that. You're in control. So for instance, the AAA itself, the adoption amplifier itself, getting into Hex, you bring ETH into the adoption amplifier, Ethereum, which is a cryptocurrency. So you have to onboard some fiat into the crypto world and buy some Ethereum, and then you can put it into the adoption amplifier. Now, that adoption amplifier is a pool. There's a certain amount of Hex in it every day, and there's a certain amount of ETH that comes in every day. And however those pools end up, whether a lot of ETH or a little ETH comes in, that's who that Hex is going to get divided up by, that ETH that comes in. Every single day that's been doing it. And it's been averaging somewhere between 530, 540 million Hex every single day. And that's what the adoption amplifier is. So that's how Hex is minted. And you do that. Nobody does it for you. You have to push the button to put your ETH in. You have to push the button to exit your Hex out. And then you've got liquid Hex. You can do what you want with it. You can go over to the DeFi exchange, which is Uniswap we were talking about, and sell it and get cash money for it that day. There's been arbitrage opportunities. People have arbitraged with Hex. Not a thing that people are really getting away with today. Not something that works real well. On days it has been an arbitrage opportunity, but you can do whatever you want with that Hex. You can move it around. You can trade it. You can turn it into something else. So that's how you get your Hex. Now, you can put it on an exchange and you can go trade. If you want to be trader boy, whatever, you can go trade it on the exchanges. That's how Hex works. It's just like any other cryptocurrency. Now, the beautiful thing about Hex is it operates like a CD in the real financial world. But the beautiful thing about Hex is you're the bank. You control what happens. You get the benefit of being staked like the rest of the CD world banks capitalize on. So here's how that works. So you get to stake your Hex, meaning you're going to time lock it. You're going to put a time deposit in. You're going to put it in for a year, 2, 5, 10 years, whatever it is. Once you do that, you're going to get a certain amount of shares handed to you based upon the Hex that you've put in. Now, every day that share price has been going up. Every single day from the day Hex button was pushed and turned on to today. Today is the best price. Right now, if you click that button and you stake your Hex, you are getting the best price that you will ever get on your Hex. Let me say that again. If you push the button today and you stake your Hex, you are getting the best price that you will ever get on that Hex. So it behooves of you to make sure that you are staking long and you are staking as wide as you can, because you will never get a better price. And oh my gosh, let me pull up my man here. The Hexologist.
What's up? Nagabo, dude, I've been waiting for you. Dude, I'm a big fan of Nagabo. I'm starstruck right now. Starstruck. Dude, I've been watching your videos for a long time, bro. We used to watch your videos all the time, like back when you'd chill XRP. Well, you kind of still do. Not, we did this little thing. Oh my gosh, killed it. Dude, hilarious.
So let me finish real quick, Hexo, and then you can simp all over Nagabo.
Yeah.
So the share price never is only going to get more expensive every single day from now on forever. The hex price is just going to grow exponentially. So when you stake, the longer you stake, the more shares you get. The less time you shake, the less shares you get. So shares are going to become the rare thing in hex. So those of you who are staked out long, 5, 10, 15 years down the road, which 15 years is our longest stake that we can make, you're going to be the ones that benefit from doing so because your interest is going to grow exponentially. Today, the interest being paid on hex stakes is 30%. We're at 30.9, I think, today. What is it, Hexo?
What's that?
Our interest rate.
It's something like 30. It's something like 30.
30%. Nowhere on the planet do you get a 30% return on anything. I mean, it just doesn't exist in the financial world right now in this day and age. So anyway, so that's what you're getting by staking. Now, the big payday comes with one more thing, and that's called the big payday payout. And the big payday payout is going to be paid on the 19th. Everybody who is staked is going to get a portion of a pool that is set up based upon how many people are Bitcoin claiming and that kind of stuff. Right now, it's about triple your stack that you have staked. Right now it is. I'm expecting that to change. The models have shown that doubling of the stack is more like what's going to look like happens. But it could be a half of your stack or a quarter of your stack or double your stack. But either way, it's going to big payday payout is going to be, all Hexicans are going to get who are staked are going to get that big payday payout. And then at that point, also the share rate is going to jump exponentially. I mean, the amount of hex that you will get when you stake after big payday versus what you're getting right now is going to grow exponentially and then just continue to rise from there, never to go down. So that's hex in a nutshell. That's a little bit of a deeper dive than just, hey, it's a crypto. Hey, you can stake it. And that's what people need to know about hex. And especially in this last 30 days is that you have an opportunity right now to capitalize on something that a lot of people are going to wish they did, that they heard about it, a month or two before it launched, because it's going to be big for people who get in. It's going to be life-changing. I know that's a fucking cliche that everybody says or whatever, but it already has been, even at the prices that we're at right now. I mean, everybody sitting here, Naga, that you're watching, these are all bag holders right here that lives are going to be changed because of hex.
We are. I mean, we did 100. My bag has 116x'd. Like I was shilling hex when it went from, whatever the price was all the way up to that price. So everybody knows that I had a bag from at least down here at the very bottom all the way to the very top. So my bags have 116x. And another big thing with the share rate, like right now, the share price is 10,967 hex for 1 trillion shares right now. So 1 trillion shares, if you times that so 1 trillion shares right now, if you get that, you got about like 4.5 hex every day right now for 1 trillion, and that's about $44 to get about 5 hex a day. But if you have a lot more trillion shares, then it gets way bigger. But after the big payday, that 11,000 is going to be at least probably around 24,000 to 30,000 hex to get that 1 trillion shares. So it's gonna go 2.5 times. Yeah, and then I mean, we can. I always show people that one simulation that we have. Do you want to show?
Yeah, grab it if you can. Let me clear something up and give me liberty. Who I just love this freaking guy's financial advice. He's just smart when it comes to money. He's one of our smartest. But what he said is some people are confused. I think people are confused with never go down. Confusing the noobs. They will think you're talking about the price. I'm not talking about the price of Hex. None of the things that I'm talking about is about the price of Hex. So here's how it happens in detail. So when you stake your Hex, when you put it in time lock, you burn that Hex. You get rid of it. It goes away. And what you're given is shares. And every day there is a share price that is going up. And then after big payday, it's going to go up. Well, it goes up. It always goes up based on the highest ROI that somebody made off of unstaking. So it's always based on that, so that nobody can ever try and come back in and get a bigger gain with that Hex. So the price of the shares is what's never coming down, meaning that Hex, once you stake it, is going to become more and more expensive every day, every end stake. It's going to become more and more expensive to buy into the staking class. So it's that price, the share price is never going to go down. It's never going to get cheaper to get shares. It's going to be more expensive every time. So that clears it up, I hope.
So Naga, you know how in Bitcoin they have those things called like Bitcoin miners?
Yes.
Right? You heard of that stuff, right? Yeah. So imagine that every trillion shares is like a little Bitcoin miner. And over time, those little Bitcoin miners keep getting more and more expensive as everyone keeps making more and more money on them. And those little Bitcoin miners keep going up and up and up and up and up in Hex. And you want as many as you can get, because that gets you more and more money even over time in Hex. And that's kind of a way to think about it, that like it's really cheap right now, but over time it just the price of those shares keep going higher and higher and higher over time. And it's pretty cool. It becomes pretty addicting. You're like, I want more of these little miners working for me, getting me more money, giving me more Hex. And that's I don't know. That's how I think about it. But I don't know. I think that's basically how they work. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I think they said it's like $42 per a share.
Yeah, 44.67.
Yeah,
$44 for 1 trillion shares.
It used to be $5 back in the day.
Yeah.
So before the big payday and before the adoption amplifier ends, whatever I buy now could benefit from the big payday.
Yeah, as long as you're staked. You have to be staked on the big payday. So if it's liquid, if you just have it sitting in your wallet, it won't get the big payday bonus.
No.
So you have to have it staked.
You got to have it
staked. Once you stake it, you get a big payday even if you buy today.
Yeah, well, you can buy it on the day or like the day before the snapshot happens. It's kind of like like there's a snapshot and then that'll pay out to people. So you have to be staked that day of that. So it takes a day to roll over. So know when it actually rolls over. But it takes a day because so like right now we're on day 315. Well, 316 doesn't start until tomorrow at 6 p.m. for me. I don't know what time it is for you, but so it's when the adoption amplifier rolls over every day. That's when it'll go from pending. The stake will go from pending to actually started. You have to have it actually started. It can't be pending on the big payday, and then it'll pay you.
Okay.
Hey, can you guys hear me? Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. I had to take my jacket off. I didn't hear if you guys told them about so now there's only two ways to buy Hex, like we were talking about, is Uniswap and then the AA. And when the AA goes away, that's about, was it 400 billion that are minted in the AA?
There's 511 million that is being minted every day.
And that's not counting
with the referrals.
Bonuses.
Yeah, that's with without the referrals and all that. So what Richard said, there's about 1.3 billion that is getting minted every day. So right now Hex is in like a super inflationary point of the currency. So once that happens, or once the big payday happens, there's no more inflation. Well, there's 3.69 maximum. So all of that goes away. So right now we're getting 1.3 million or billion hex into the ecosphere.
Price is holding.
Yeah, and the
price
price
is
is holding. That's all right.
And pumping
Yeah.
whenever there's a little
Yeah.
dump or something.
Well,
Yeah,
and
and we're pumping
whenever
with
you-
that 1.3.
Nagomi has to stake his hex, whatever he gets for like 37 days, and he'll get the big payday bonus, which is
Yeah.
kind of cool. Yeah, and then ladder it from there and stuff. I mean, that's not that bad of a wait. If I do say so myself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
I mean,
And all-
it's better than holding XRP.
We don't chastise here at Hexo.
I'm not a big XRP fan. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. I did a whole like roasting on him, Naga. You inspired me to roast the XRP guys. I did a whole I was like, dude. So I went onto their website and I was like, what are they paying for? They have like 5 buildings in San Francisco that they have to pay for, and they just dump their XRP tokens every month on the holders because they have to pay for 5 buildings in San Francisco. Well, maybe not all 5 of them, but 5 around the world. And then they have to pay CEOs, they have to pay lawyers, they have to pay their.
And they tell them every month they're dumping on them.
Yeah, and I'm like, man, that kind of sucks. Like Hex, you don't have to pay any devs, we don't have to pay any CEOs, we don't have to pay any buildings, we don't have to pay a team. We are the team, and we're not getting paid from from anybody in there. We're just doing this because we want the coin to pump, and like that's about it. And I don't know, that's probably the best thing, because if you have like companies and stuff like that, they're just gonna dump on your head, man. It just seems like they don't care too much.
Yeah.
And another thing that I noticed with this whole the Twitter crypto thing, and just it's almost like there's 2 different worlds. Like there's there's just the normal world that that we see, that we work in, that all this, but then there's like the crypto world, and it's almost you got to find that, especially onboarding people, you got to find that the older boomer type people. Some of the stuff about Hex, I'm telling them like, hey, you're guaranteed 25% APY, and they're like, that's not possible. And I'm like, well, what do you want me to do? What do you like?
You're not guaranteed 25%. I mean, you're guaranteed at least 3.69.
Yeah,
3.69 would be the max.
In interest.
Yeah, the lowest you could possibly get.
that's the lowest you can get.
The lowest. Okay.
Yeah. The
I wouldn't tell
APY,
them 25, because 25
Now we're
does sound almost
30.
astronomical.
Yeah, but even how much it's gone up, even just all the things about the share price, just all these different elements to it, and some of them grab a hold of it and they understand it, and some of them don't. So you just got to keep it moving, and they're out there.
Oh yeah.
Let me clear something up real quick. So at the beginning, I told everybody that you might want to emergency end stake any stack that you've had over 50%, and push it out if you're looking to get more shares, because you get more shares based on staking longer than staking shorter. So if you have a stake coming out in January, February, March, and you put it in, more than 90 days ago, then you can get your principal back and then restake it. So here's what I want to clear up, is that you can only get your principal back if your stake has been in there for over 90 to 91 days. If you're within that 90-day window, you're still going to lose a little bit of your principal. You can still early end stake it, but you're going to lose a little bit of your principal based upon how close you are to that 90 days. But if you're somebody who staked like in January, February, March, and you've been, staked for 6 months, 8 months, 9 months, beyond the 90 days, then you're going to get all your principal back. If your stake is already 50% completed. So at that point, you can emergency end stake, keep your principal. You're going to lose all your interest. Every bit of interest that you made over those last 6, 7, 8, 9 months is going to be gone, but you're going to get your principal back, and then you could restake it out longer, therefore getting more shares therefore building a bigger staking ladder or building a bigger stake to pull out later on. So just clearing that up for everybody. You do have to be staked for longer than 90 days.
Nigo, what brought you into crypto? How long have you been in crypto?
2017.
2017.
Yeah, around September 2017.
Okay.
And
So
then
you got the big Bitcoin.
Well, actually, from September, when I was introduced, I didn't really make a crypto transaction or actual transaction till November 1st.
Oh, okay. It's not too bad. You still
So I had quite a few of those coins back then.
Yeah. Oh, dude, don't worry. That's how I was too.
That was a great time to get. That was fun times.
I actually made money. I actually made money in all of them because that was right before the bull run.
Yeah.
Right before the bull run, and I cashed out a lot of them, and one of them I really should have cashed out, but I didn't cash out until about halfway back down.
Got you. Yeah.
That's how it goes, man. That's all right. I did this, dude. I bought XRP at like $3, so don't you worry. Don't you worry. That's why me and XRP go way back.
CNBC.
I never liked that shit. Yeah. I always thought it was a Fed coin, and I didn't want to touch that shit.
Definitely. Well, Naga, it was really nice to meet you, man. I'm gonna have to get going.
Okay.
It's good to see you, Hexologist.
Yeah, you too.
All right.
Man. It's been years.
It's been years.
All right, man.
It's been years. It's been 85 years.
We'll see you, dollar cost. DC.
All right. DC.
Later. Peace.
So Naga, did you are you on the Twitter much or?
Yeah, I'm on Twitter daily.
Well, I want to know your opinion of what you're seeing out there, because you've got like a kind of an outsider perspective. I mean, us Hexicans, we're playing the victim here because we've been fucked with for so much by all these maxis, because we've been throwing hex in their face and they've been kicking dirt in our face and all that kind of shit. But you're kind of an outsider from our community, kind of coming in, looking in from the outside, getting a little more involved. What do you think about what's going on with these shills out there that are shilling Bitcoin and shilling XRP and all that kind of stuff?
Xenophobia, I guess you could say. It's like if I had to, let me put it this way: it's on these crypto streets. It's a lot of gangbangers,
mm-hmm.
and they stuck to their one coin, and fuck every other coin. This is the one. Only get this one. And behind closed doors, they invested in several or gotten paid by several to promote it, and they just don't keep it real. They don't keep the shit real though, and it's like cultish almost, really.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Hey, as long as they make you some money, that's the bottom line. If you can get 100% return on a shit coin, hey, you did good.
I think that I don't know, because people say that we're kind of cultish too, which is because I don't promote any other coin. I only promote Hex. But I'm like a complete project kind of person. Like if it's done and complete, then maybe I'll promote it. But there's nothing in the cryptocurrency world that is actually completed. There's nothing. Like if I want to, most people are saying, "Oh, take or most people are saying, give us your money and we'll complete something for you." And that then then you're in a project for 4 years waiting for this little thing like, oh, they said that they were going to make it. They said they were going to do it. And it never never is done. And that's why I like Hex, because it's like, it didn't need our money beforehand. It was like, okay, here's an actual complete product. here you go. Like, we don't need your money. We finished it. We got it audited. We have, and now it's your guys's. Now it's the community's. And that was one of the big things I like about it. If there was other projects or products that actually were decent, like, I would probably go promote them, but I just don't see anything else other than Hex right now. Because I've been in here about the same length as you. I was in probably about a year before you, Naga. Like, I was in 2016, so I'm not like a super OG or anything like that, but we did the bull run. We went up to 20K and stuff like that. And so we've seen the ICO runs where they just wrecked everybody, and we've seen all of the coins go to zero. Well, not to zero, but do a 90% downward dip. And so it's kind of weird that people like you're starting to see the DeFi thing become the ICO craze, where it's like, oh, get into our food token and give us the money, and then they pull all their money out, and then it rug pulls them. And so it's the ICO craze all over again, because people don't want completed products. They want something that's like, oh, where's the roadmap? We need a roadmap. We need a it's crazy.
Yeah. Oh, I got to make a correction. Actually, I was introduced to Bitcoin back in 2010.
Oh, really? Damn.
And I didn't get involved. I was like, I'm not for investing in that shit.
That's funny.
Looking back, I was like, I should have.
Yeah.
I think it was still in the pennies, in the cents.
Damn.
I think it was at 10 cents back then. I didn't get it. I was like, man, I'm not gonna fool with that stuff.
Hey,
I hope Hex is like that. Hope Hex is like, this is pennies, and then it goes to $1 or something. I don't know where it's gonna go, but man, Richard Hart is smart. That's all I know. Richard Hart is smarter than 99.9% of all of the people that I've met in crypto. And if he's gonna put together a crypto and it's completed, and I don't have to worry about if somebody's gonna run off with the money, like, nobody can run off with our money here. Like, any other product, they can run off. They can just be like, yeah, we're done with this. We're not doing anything else. If Richard Hart just ceased to exist, if we never heard from him again, he would still, Hex would still work. We don't have to worry about it.
Yep.
Yeah. So the difference between this and Bitcoin is we know who put it together.
Yeah.
Rick Hex didn't say his name was Taki Mogo Mogo or whatever. Whatever his name was.
Taki Mogo Mogo.
He didn't say that. So
Taki Omo.
Oh, jeez.
He didn't say that, so we know who did it.
Yeah.
But I don't think they can. Well, they do whatever they want, but I don't think they can really arrest anybody for that. Just like Bitcoin, it's there.
Well, they don't know who, he put it out there, but that's why the OA, nobody knows who the OA is. Like, Richard Hart came up with the idea, but nobody really knows who the OA is. And people want you, well, if you've watched the interviews with Richard, people are like, you're the OA. And he's like, no, you can't say that I'm the OA. Like, I'm not going to tell you that, because then you could, then there is some probably legal risks that somebody has if it, something happens. Not like anything happened.
What's a OA?
So the origin. So the origin address. That's the origin address. Like,
it's a good question.
Yeah.
It's a great.
The origin address is when the emergency end stakes happen. They get a portion of it. So it goes 50% to the OA and then 50% to the stakers. So like yesterday or 2 days ago, I think there was probably how much money was unstaked? There was 200 million coins that were unstaked, and emergency unstaked. So that was paid to the stakers. And half of it was paid to the stakers, half of it was paid to the OA. And a lot of people hate the OA. A lot of, I don't know why they hate it, but they hate that somebody's getting paid some money. And so they're just like, no, nobody is allowed to get paid for something that they created.
Well, that's where the flush address coins go, not the OA.
Well, the flush is the Ethereum.
Yeah, that's where the Ethereum goes, but the OA gets all the hex.
Yes.
So when hex is minted every day, the OA gets some, and when the emergency end stakes happen, the OA gets some. Uh-oh.
Like
Nagabo.
We lost him. He'll come
Nagabo
back.
Hey, Hexa, I was going to ask you a question.
So,
Can you clarify? So I was thinking that the 3.69 was the max in the inflation rate,
right.
not the. So can you clarify? Is it 3.69? Is the I know that's the inflation after AA goes away.
Mm-hmm.
Is that
you can
what
get
it is?
the APY, like a 25% APY would be like, if you're like that would be the I guess that would be the lowest.
But the inflation rate
just telling people what I guess just telling people that you're going to get a 25% APY is like, because you don't know how much you're going to get. That's why we it could fluctuate. You could get, if 100% of the people staked, I think that it would go down to 3.69 is what it goes down to. If 100% of the people staked, it would be 3.69. If 1% of the people were unstaked, or everybody was unstaked, it would be 369%, or one. So the way it was one stake was doing it. So
the way to think of it is, yes, that is the inflation rate, because the hex that you're getting an interest is what's inflating. So it doesn't exist, but the interest is starting to exist at that point at a rate of 3.69 all the way up to 360.9 or whatever it is.
Yeah.
So that's how you figure that out. It's like, okay, the 369, yes, that's inflation. That's how many coins are being produced, but in interest to the staker class. That's the minimum amount. Right now it's at 30%.
Okay. Yeah, and another thing, Hexo, I think it was I saw $900,000 US on one of those emergency unstakes.
Yeah, it was like, I think the guy unstaked 171 million hex. Or he unstaked 250 million hex, emergency unstaked it, and then I think he recovered like 80 million hex. So he didn't actually nuke all of his accounts. I think Hex.Live was a little bit off on the calculation, if from what Steph said, and he was able to keep. If you go to Hex.Vision, you can actually see his account, and then he kept like 80 million hex from those stakes. So, I think he sold them. I think he sold it actually, and he does still have stakes out there still. So,
yeah, doesn't he have 1,700 ETH in his wallet?
Yeah, so I think that's what he took a picture of it.
Yeah, he's a whale.
It's pretty crazy. Yeah.
Now that wasn't the Genesis, but the Genesis whale is still moving stuff too, right?
I haven't seen the Genesis whale move anything.
I thought I heard Richard talking about it.
I haven't looked out at the Genesis whale. I know that's 666D. I think is his last four.
Yeah. What'd you guys think of? What'd you guys think of Conrad, Zen, and Richard yesterday?
It was good. I watched only the first half of it because I have to go. I was on my walk today, my daily walk, so I listened to it on there and tried to tune in last night, but I wasn't able to. So it's good. It's pretty.
It was super good. One of the most he always says stuff that sticks out, but he was saying how the no coiners are easier to onboard because there's a landscape that's already been set in people that are in crypto, and they've seen so much garbage that whenever you show them something that's legit, they're like, no, it's not possible. It's all garbage except Bitcoin, or except
for my bag. My bag got a bumpy. My bag's not garbage. It's got a bumpy. So,
but no coiners are, they don't know any of that stuff. So, you can almost, what I find is that I can almost tell them too much about Hex because there's so much game theory.
So much.
It's like there's so much, and I can overdo it sometimes, and I'm probably not the best at explaining everything. So I should probably keep it simpler. And I think the Staker app will probably help a lot.
That's what I'm hoping for. Like I get into the weeds too. Like I'll start going into share rate, and then they're just like, "What the like, bro?" You're like, "The share price is always going up." I'm telling you, bro, it's always going up. They're just like, "All right." Now you just sound like some Jehovah's. I don't want to say any religion, but it's coming to your pamphlets here. Would you like to be interested in our Lord and Savior of cryptocurrency, Richard Hart?
Because there's so much good that's there that it's when you want to tell them all the good, but then they're like, I don't even, so
yeah, you can get into the weeds because like when I first started, even I didn't I tried to really think about it, and being one of the only people that I was doing it at the time, it was like, talking to myself like, okay, share rate, what does that mean? And it was really hard. I had to actually ask Richard, and it wasn't probably like for a few months. Me and RG3 were just like, man, yeah, share rate, it's always going up. We didn't know what share, we didn't even. So it's nice. It's nice knowing, knowing other people you can bounce ideas off of, because the community has grown. But back in the day, it was pretty hard. And so thinking about that and knowing where I was just a year ago and thinking about being a noob in cryptocurrency in general, that's probably is just a little bit crazy for him to just think about.
But as long as we're putting that information here on stream, because that's what helped me, because I would go back to some of Richard's streams and go, wait, I remember he said such and such about the share rate, or such and such, or even Kyle's, so I'd go back and listen to it over, and then it would click. Like the 369. So I remember one time when I was listening to it again and it clicked it. Oh, that's the rate at which, yes, that is the inflation of the coin, because the coin is inflating at that rate to the stakers. That's why the staker class is like owning a miner, because you're mining Hex basically. Hex is coming to you as inflation at 3.69 or above, and because it doesn't exist, it has to exist somehow. So by staking, you are bringing that into existence. And the more stakers, the less the rate of return. The less stakers, the higher the rate of return. So that's why we're at where we're at right now. We're at 25 to 30% APY, because we have such a low amount of stakers. If that was to go up, the APY starts to go down until we're at 100% staked, 3.69, which is never going to happen.
And that's still a good inflation rate.
The OA itself owns a crap ton of coins, and those will more than likely never be staked.
Yeah.
We don't.
Well, I mean, maybe. Yeah.
We don't know that. We don't know.
I would like to see what they do during the big payday, because then I'll know. I'll be like, okay,
I'll get staked, and I'll get some emergency end staked.
It's 99% staked for 2 days. You're like, no.
And then it all ESs, and then it pays itself 50% of that and goes away, and we all get a crap ton.
It does them for 5,555 days. Does the big payday, and then emergency end stakes it, so he pays himself. I
mean,
I like where you're thinking, Coog.
It could happen. It could happen.
Could. It's not a bad theory. Not a bad theory.
Yeah, when a Bitcoin, Richard just said this yesterday, when Bitcoin hit 20,000, the inflation was close to 3.69. It wasn't 3.69, but it was, I think, 3.4 something, 3.5.
It was 3.89, I think, is because I just listened to it this morning. Okay. I think he said 8.9 or something like that. He said it was really low, but it took Bitcoin 10 years to get that. Yeah, inflation rate. We're just doing it quickly. He said we're doing it within the first 10 years. Or they did it in 10 years. We're going to do it within the first year. We're just going to get it all over with. So hyperinflation at first, and then really low inflation
after that, which
should be awesome to see.
Which should, in theory, drive price up.
I mean, what happens when everybody stakes their stuff? When everybody stakes their hex, then nobody is selling it. That means that, you know, the price goes up because if people want to buy, at least you have to be wanting people to buy. But I don't know.
Well, yeah. And if you look at Hex.live and the amount that's staked, you watch it in the last probably month, or I don't know, the last couple months, it's fluctuated from 250 million staked to down to about 210, and it's kind of just fluctuated in that range from people getting in stake and then selling out. So it's
For what? What is the 250 million
US dollars staked?
Oh, okay.
On.
Okay.
Yeah. So I haven't seen it. I haven't seen new money come in and get it of over 260 million. It might have been. I just haven't seen it. So that's about the most. Because you can tell when new money's coming in, or if it's old money just cycling.
Yeah.
So it would obviously that'll help when that goes up.
Yeah. I mean, it's like right now, I don't even care that people are not getting in. I hope that they don't.
Right?
Yeah.
30 days or in about 40 days, I want all the new people to get in.
I want everybody.
Every new guy get on in. Like, you know, but I have stakes that are 10, 15 years out. So it's not, you know, people think that I'm just going to dump on them. I'm not planning on dumping. I mean, I'm planning on dumping my stakes when they come out, but I have a ladder. So it's not like I'm going to be emergency in staking just to dump on people. And I don't have that much hex to dump anyway. So it's like, I'm not even a shark. I'm a little dolphin. So it's not like that's, I don't have that much hex. A lot of people think that I'm just going to dump on their heads. It's like, man, I just want the price to go up just like everybody else. I want the price to go up. It feels better when the price is going up, guys.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it always does.
His computer crashed.
Oh, geez. Too much hex.
He's coming back.
I got hacked.
Thanks, everybody. He had a great time coming on the show. So I don't know if he's going to come back in or not, but I told him we're still here if he wants to come in. But
yeah, we love you, Nagabo.
Too much hex.
You're like, he had a great time coming on the show.
There we go. Sorry.
You're like straight up Hexican pirate, Naga. We're you were a Hexican pirate from the beginning, man, when you weren't even with Hex.
Yeah. I was watching his videos. I remember Richard sent me one of his videos. And we watched it on stream with the you best where's the bank money? Oh, I remember watching those, man. We watched it on the show because it was so funny.
Dude, party? What is this about the why am I paying?
It's awesome.
Yeah. Hey, so I was gonna let you guys. Well, you guys don't know nothing about me really, but that's okay.
Let's hear about you now. We Naga.
Oh, is this your first time on El Hexidente?
Yeah, I haven't been on my browser. Google updated and just screwed up my whole browser, so I was using my phone. But
well, I'm glad you're on. I didn't know, like, I haven't been on the show for, you know, I come and go. So I don't know who's been on and who hasn't been on. So yeah, when did you get into cryptos?
Like 2 years ago.
Okay.
So it was just Bitcoin and Ethereum. So nothing else. That's why I'm not in.
You got your first taste. You got to start shooting up after that. You get into the real altcoins, start getting real dirty in it.
Hanging out under the bridge.
Straight strung out.
Yeah. No. I was doing them Richard Hart videos 12 hours a day. I was watching 2 Richard Hart videos a day.
Burning the spoon, baby. Burning the spoon.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, go ahead.
That has happened where I listened to 2 a day for sure. But
yeah.
But no, so I never got into anything else. And I don't even know how I found out about Hex, honestly. I don't remember. Something happened. I seen it. It was on YouTube somewhere though, I'm pretty sure. I didn't even have like Twitter at the time and stuff, but then I just started researching Richard Hart, and I just see it so much as how Richard says this is an IQ test for the masses or for the people, and it is, because you're looking at someone and you're just judging them based on personality, based on all these things, not having to do with the bottom line on is this project, is it complete, is it audited, is it all these things that it is, that the facts are,
Right.
and people construed that. So I'm not that type of person. I saw right through that. It actually made me look into it more, because I knew the
'Cause they
masses of
hated on
people.
it?
Yeah, exactly. So so no, whenever you guys are like talking about the whole crypto Twitter sphere and the I don't know none about it. I go in and start roasting people, and then I get banned. So
Well, welcome to the club. That's
Yeah,
what we're all doing now. It seems like that's what we're all doing, man. Did you got like put in Twitter jail today, didn't you?
12 hours.
Oh, okay. Yeah, well, yeah. You
You
got
called
put in
somebody a
jail.
pussy or something, right?
What? And you got put in Twitter jail for that?
Yeah,
Better
they
watch
use
the
the SJW definitions, not Webster.
Oh, okay. Weird. That sucks. That sucks.
No, really, because
Jeez.
you look it up, No, but you just, a lot of these people, like Richard even said, though, we're banging Twitter, which, yeah, we should. But those people, some of them have just put up a wall, and they're not going to convert regardless.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we still have to be there. But
But you know,
Right.
we have to put them on blast, and people have to see that we're putting them on blast. And the smart people, like you said, it's an IQ test for crypto. Smart people will see through their bullshit, through all the selfies and the lap sitting and the fucking, all the simping and all the shit that they're all doing on the side, the bullshit that they're lying about. People who are smart are going to see through that, and they're going to see real people like a hexologist and myself and dollar cost and all the kinetics and the people that are on this show, Richard. They're going to start to see who the real people are, who are really saying things with integrity, because that's what we're about. We're about integrity. Nobody here is lying or bullshitting about anything. We've all done our research. We're talking the truth. We're speaking the truth about the details of Hex, about what it is and what it could be to crypto.
And we're not getting paid by these, like, we're not getting paid by Binance, or we're not getting paid by, most of these guys, it seems like they're getting paid by Bybit, they're getting paid by Binance, they're getting paid by all these shill companies to promote their bag. And it's like, well, now they have to toe the line or they're going to get kicked off. So that's why you see so much hate for Hex, because if they promote something that's not shilled by what's on their platform, then it's then they're going to get kicked off. So they have to like toe the line. They may actually own some Hex, but they can't say anything about it. They can't say anything good about it. So they'll just like, I'm not saying anything. I just don't want to say anything about it. It's like, okay. Crypto Lark. If you guys have seen Crypto Lark, he's cool. Like he's not cool. I don't know about if he's cool or not. I've never watched one of his videos, but he's on Twitter, and you'll comment a little thing about Hex, or he'll kind of go back and forth with you, but then he'll kind of give you like it's kind of a scam or what, something like that. It's so dumb.
And that's the safe play for all of them. When your paycheck's coming from somebody who hates Hex or who may have something to say to you if you say something good about Hex, then you got to be careful. And I understand that with them. I know some of them are in that position, but some of them have a responsibility to the crypto community to also be telling the truth out there. And there needs to be some truth needs to be told about Hex, and they're not doing it. None of them are doing it. Even like you said, the ones that are dancing around it, tiptoeing it, and giving a little like our buddy Ivan. Ivan's been about as fair as anybody can be out there to Hex, but he's still not taking accountability for himself and who he is as an influencer in the community, and giving Hex its proper its due. They're not doing it, and they're all capable of it. Like Antonopoulos' ass. He's the one who's really got me pissed off because everybody has respect for him. I've had respect for him. He's a smart guy. I've seen Richard give him some form of respect because of who he is. But for him to act the way he's acting tells me two things, and it's sad. It's very, very sad because so many people believe in him. So many people have respect for him. But he is either lying and lazy, or lazy and ignorant, or lying and shilling for someone who's paying him. And either of those two things is horrible for him because he's supposed to be an influencer in the space. And that's shameful. I'm sorry. That is shameful for a guy like him with the reputation that he has, with the integrity that he's tried to show, the books that he's wrote, all of these things. It is shameful for him to be in that position of what he's doing to Hex.
I mean, honestly, all he has to do is not say it's a scam. He just didn't have to say it was a scam. He could have just said, "I don't know anything about it," like what he did to the first
That's
one.
what
Like I had like the respect for people that are just like, I don't know enough about it. I don't want to give my opinion on it. It's like, oh, okay, yeah, I get it. I get it. If you don't like Bitcoin dudes, like you know that guy's getting paid Bitcoin from Bitcoin dudes, like high-end Bitcoin dudes that he doesn't want to disturb the where he's getting his money from. So it's like, okay, don't worry about it. But like then when you're gonna say, oh, it's a scam, now it's a scam because somebody put my, like somebody cut up a funny gif of or a funny video of me, so now it's a scam or a pyramid scheme. It's like, dude, you're just a moron. Now you just look like a retard. Yep. I don't know if I could say that here. I don't know. Oh wait, we're on Dlive. We can say whatever we want.
But just imagine that you being that person. Like, you have to look yourself in the mirror at night. Just like imagine you're the person that is someone's dangling this little carrot in front of you just so you can have your little piece of what, so you can pretend like you're helping people, so you can continue this. Because it's either one of two things. You're either ignorant or you're lying. And that's all, because
it's one of those two things. And it's sad to put a guy like that in that position because I know that he's not one of those guys in crypto that has made, millions and millions of dollars. I know that the crypto community, I mean, the stories that I've been told, the crypto community came to him because he was such a good influencer, because he didn't get in early on the Bitcoin, that he was actually, paid or taken care of in some way for who he was. And that's respectful. The community came to him and from what I understand, I don't know the real story. That's just a rumor that I heard. But that was one of the stories that I was told about him. It made me respect him even more. It's like, okay, well, this guy was really, just showing his integrity and talking about crypto and writing books about it and studying it and giving information to people. And then for him to do something like this is like, it's shameful. I'm sorry. It's just shameful. And
internet lurker said, how would I feel if somebody did it to me with an XRP and edited the video? And what I would do is laugh and then show you guys exactly why XRP is a horrible project. I'm not saying it's a scam. Exactly. I will show you exactly why. Like, I'll go into it and be like, look, you have to pay for 5 buildings in San Francisco. You have to pay for a CEO. You have to pay for these stupid parties, these pride parties that they have at their office with freaking lobster claws. Everybody remember the lobster claws? Like, dude, I do my, like, I'm not gonna hate on anything. I've never called anything a scam. I'm a bad project, maybe. Not completed projects, all of them. But not, huh? What was that? What'd you say, RG3?
A rug pull about to happen?
maybe. But like if somebody made a video of me saying, I love XRP, and it was clearly it was stupid out of the and I love XRP, I would probably retweet it and laugh. So if you would like to put one out there, go ahead. I don't understand.
That was funny. That was a good one, guys.
Yeah, dude, I like these people that are in the crypto space right now are like the least fun people in the world. You've got Tone Vase, you've got freaking the chick, you got you've got what's his name? Peter McCormick's. You like nobody has fun anymore. Like everybody's saying that Hex or Richard Hart brought fun back to crypto, and it's because he got a bunch of tight asses that are just like, you know, we're in a financial product and we've got to be, you know, swooing the banks over here. And we've got to, you know, it's like, what are you guys talking about? You guys aren't going to get no banks. They hate you. Like they hate you. And that's what they did to Bitcoin. They sold out to the banks. That's what they did because they love them so much. They love the banks, guys. They love the banks.
They love
and
them.
They love it. They love them, don't they?
They love
it's like,
them.
dude, you were anti-bank 10 years ago. Now it's like
bags right now.
Yeah. I can't wait till the institutions. I can't wait till the institutions come in. It's like,
that's their only play. Well, that's their only play. They can't onboard new people. There's no new technology.
And it's pathetic.
Yeah.
It's pathetic. And it looks pathetic. And it needs to be called out because they're sucking a lot of people into it, is what they're doing. And they're trying to make this new pumpy. They're just trying to suck people into it. It's wrong. It's wrong. It's not crypto. It is not crypto. And that's what I've been screaming about is crypto doesn't look like it was supposed to look anymore. It doesn't. It's failed. I'm sorry. It's failed. The only thing that I've seen that gives me any hope for crypto is Hex.
Yeah, and if Hex somehow just goes away, you know, if it like I'm done with crypto, it's not like I'm looking at another project like, I'm done. Oh boy, this one's good. This one's gonna be a good one. No, I'm done. What's that?
Me and you gonna start a potato farm. That's it. I'm out of crypto. I'm going to freaking Idaho and I'm gonna grow some potatoes with Hexo.
Like seriously, there's nothing in this space that's just like I'm not into 50 other coins, guys. I'm not like I don't have any other coins other than Hex. Like I'm not diversified as they like to say. You know, you got to be diversified in all these ICOs and all these other things. Like no, I'll take my my 99% into one coin and 1% in Ethereum. And if it doesn't work out, then this whole space can burn.
Money.
Yeah, I just need the gas. But this whole thing can just burn because it's just like, dude, could you imagine how this space would actually be without Hex in the space? Like, wow, what a like a dreary looking place. What a dreary.
I would so not be here. I would so not be here. I was gone anyway. I mean,
yeah.
I had my bags that were looking ugly as fuck. I was gone anyway, but I mean,
I was too. I had Bitcoin and I just didn't even trade it because I was a trader for like an entire year. I just was like, man, this is boring. And I was just waiting for Hex. And then I did I started doing memes, the 4 weeks till Hex memes. And then, finally came out and I'm like, finally. I remember I was talking with my wife for like the 2 months before Hex came out. I was like, when Hex comes out, it's going to be the big one. It's going to be the big one. We're going to be making the money. And man, it turned out pretty well.
No more potatoes. Switching to steak.
No more potatoes. Yeah. We're going to be eating steak. No more potatoes.
No more digging them out, honey. We're going to be real steak from now on.
Hey, but it's kind of it's weird how just in the big scheme of things, how in the real world that I live in, that I have a career and a thing that I do 12 hours a day. That's beside any of this stuff. And in that world, you get appreciated for the work you do. You get, that's what you're there for. And the better job you do, the more asset you are, the more you make. So it sucks to see so many people against Richard, for this, just for whatever millions of stupid reasons. But we just all got to continue to have his back and continue to have each other's back and support each other, grow on every platform we can. And I think it really helps whenever we can kind of get in a group and then go attack a problem at once and or talk about it and then go after it. And we're gonna make it though. I mean, I wouldn't say I like it, but something about the underdog mentality, everyone's against you. It's almost like you have something to push for, to grind for, there's something that we're shooting for that's in the future. And that's
and we all see it. And it's a given that the community is supporting itself now. I mean, at first we were fun and we were in the Telegram channel and we were all talking. Hexo had his show and we were all meeting there and having a good time on his chat room. And then the community started to grow and come together. And that's what it is right now. You go on crypto Twitter, anybody fucks with anybody in Hex, and boom, it's like a swarm of freaking murder hornets on their ass. You know, you get blasted, you know,
Well,
and
that's why I
anybody
like doing those the avatars. That's why I like doing those for everybody, because it's like we all know, you know, if you start getting one, if you start seeing somebody with one avatar, it's like, ah! It's like, oh my gosh, you sent your whole crowd after me. Did you see her today? You sent your whole crowd after me.
They see those and they're like, oh, there's another one of them fucking avatars.
They're swatting us like little flies. Like, no.
Hey, but once we get about a couple hundred at once and then go, there's too many. We'll just overpower them. But it's fun.
Yeah.
But I like to see results too. There's only so much, you know, I don't get that much enjoyment out of it. You know, it's more like when they bring you to a point of they're telling you you're a liar. They're basically everything you're telling them, they're refuting, even though it's evidence.
Right.
And you know,
my focus right now is to get the community to go out there and start calling these people out. That's why I've been pushing this whole war thing. And I know Hexo's been at war with them since day one. I mean, he's all off all the time, you know. But I think it's time for all of us to stand up and say no and call bullshit on all of them, because all of them are full of shit. Because like you said earlier, they're either ignorant and they're lazy and ignorant, or they're lying. They're lying. They're straight up lying. And they know when they're lying. They know it. So it's one of the two, and neither one is good. And we need to call them out on that. The Hex community has to call all of the influencers out on it. All of crypto Twitter needs to be called out on it, because until we become the influencers, the people aren't going to be given the real story. They're not going to be told the truth. What, one or two, some crazy ass freaking guy that acts like he's a pirate, and then some dude that you know, streams every day in a suit and tie. You know, I mean,
and a doctor's lab coat.
And a doctor's lab
You have
coat.
to make how ridiculous it is, please.
I mean, we don't have that many followers, and when it comes to crypto, or when it comes to the real world, I mean,
you'd be surprised, dude. Like, you go into some of these guys' stream and they have 100 people or 50 people watching them. They don't have 200 people watching them. Nobody wants to watch these guys anymore. Yeah, like most of them are just like they're dying. Their crowds are like, you know, they don't want to watch them anymore. We you know, like, we're actually bringing the space back alive by getting people to get on board and actually having it fun. And it's not so like, well, the 1 is below the 2, and the, you know, some stupid tone base
could go up,
you know,
it could go down.
Yeah, but it's like everybody tries to mimic what Tone Vase was doing, and everybody's trying to be a trader. It's like, how many traders are there out there in this cryptosphere that you're going to watch? Like, if there's 200 of them, like there's not enough of them to go around. That most people are just like, saw it that Tone Vase and all of those guys that are up high, that they are just kind of shills and they don't really actually do whatever they say they're going to do. Well, this is actually happening, but actually, you know, I don't trade. Tone Vase would always say that. I don't actually trade it. And it's like, so you don't have any skin in the game. So why are you telling other people to trade, bro? But so you know, all these people do that, and then they just start losing followers and losing people. Maybe not followers, because they still got a lot of followers, but nobody watches them. Nobody watches them. If you have 100,000 subscribers and you have 50 people watching you, like, that's pretty sad. That's pretty sad.
Bad.
On a stream. Yeah.
Yeah. Johnny said Hex is a crypto. Well, he says it's an extinction event. It's a crypto extinction event. We're gonna go blow all of them, all the dinosaurs out of the water. With Hex is like a meteor coming in to freaking kill all
for real.
So, I mean, hey, thanks for all the ice creams and the lemons and stuff, guys. Oh, good. Pirate's here. Look at, he's fucking been hitting the freaking Foster's lager too. Look at him. He's got his horns on.
Wait, who has what? Who's where? Oh, geez, Unwrecked
Pirates coming in. So
El Hexadente. So when did you get into Hex?
Like eight months, something like around there. 8 or 7 or 8.
So you've been in for like 3 or 4 months in the Hex?
No, 7 months ago.
Okay. I see what you mean. So like in February or Aprilish?
Yeah,
maybe, or
yeah,
when was, I don't know what month it is.
it wasn't the beginning,
Right,
you know.
but like January, February-ish time.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, and it took me just like about a solid. When I'm at work, I have the opportunity to where I could have an earpiece in all the time, so I would listen to Richard or
Richard,
you or
right.
whoever, and I would I would learn how to do one thing because I knew no one that even had crypto in my whole life.
Dang.
And I
Yeah.
didn't know any, so I did this all on my own. I
Right.
mean, with your guys' help, because then I started just going directly to your guys's, and then said okay, and I got comfortable with it, and then here we are. But
Nice, man.
yeah, and but you got to look at some of these people too. Some of these people that you call, that are called influencers and whatnot, and just see how they make their living off of getting people wrecked, pretty much.
Yeah.
And it's like, as me as a person, I wouldn't be able to do that to other people. So it's like, do you even want that type of person to give you respect or to recognize you?
Right.
Because in my book, just because they're an influencer, that means nothing to me.
Yeah,
exactly. My reason for speaking as harshly about, Antonopoulos as I have been, even though he's respected and it may not fare well, to say something like that about somebody so influential and so cared about in the crypto community. But bottom line is his comments that he made about Hex is just, it's deplorable. I mean, it's wrong. It's wrong. He should not have said what he said, being who he is. He should have, like Hexologist said, he should have said, hey, I don't know anything about it. Fuck you guys. Leave me alone. That would have taken a lot of respect at that point and said, he's right. You guys kind of hugged with him. He shouldn't have done that, but he didn't. He called us scammers. He was stern about it, basically, fuck you guys. You're a bunch of scammers. Go away. And
and it's by somebody that's obviously making it was a funny video, and like
it was pun intended. It was.
I mean, if he knew about anything in this crypto space, like that's how crypto used to be. It used to be about the memes. It used to be about having fun. It used to be about like having a little coin on a roller coaster going up, like we're going up. Now it's like, no, we've got to be, let's act proper and let's get our KYC and let's get our AML out and everybody take pictures. Let's get the selfies out and take pictures for our Binance overlords.
What's up, Unwrecked?
Hey, he's going. Can you hear me, boys? How are you?
Yeah, we can hear you, man.
Been going rolling for 2.5 hours, I just got home. Yeah, just getting set up. Hey, I was talking to a bloke this morning, like a software guy, someone who'd been sort of going in between Bitcoin and Bitcoin and Ethereum, and he had no Hex whatsoever. I said, mate, have a look at this, and he tried to get on whatever app he had on his phone, couldn't even find it, and so I had to give him the full shill, so like he's got about but otherwise, I just got home and like it's just surprising that the penetration isn't there, like people that have bought crypto and they dabble in it but don't understand it, and they have no idea that this whole community and this whole system of Hex even exists, even though they've got crypto.
How do we get so now that we're all four of us, like El Hexidente is pretty new, Unwrecked, like you just shilled to somebody, and like me and you, like how do we get people that are outside of cryptosphere, out of YouTube, how to like where do we go? Like it's so like I'm always trying to think of like how like I was thinking about getting those the vote this person for Senate, getting those car things and just taking a whole bunch of them right now, or when all the and putting hex.com in the front of it, and just going sticking those everywhere.
That's massively underrated, the old hex.com. Definitely, I think so. I mean, there's nothing wrong with a publicity stunt. Close a road, just go and knock off some road signs. Close a road.
I couldn't do that.
But
go rob a bank in Hex.com's honor.
What you said earlier, Hexo,
about the camera.
making it fun and just doing streams like this where there's truth and there's fun. I mean, that's the real, that's what's going to make people attracted to Hex, is they're going to want to hang out with Unrec Pirate and Hexologists and El Hexidente and have fun with us, learn about crypto, learn about what Hex is. And, you know, if we can slowly spoon feed it to everybody through our streams, through our comedy, through our memes, all that kind of stuff, you know, then that's how we're going to get adoption, is people are going to want to be part of a fun community. And that's what we're done. And a community that has integrity, because nobody in Hex has ever shilled anything that's hurt anybody. We have always been talking about this project and what it does, you know.
I mean, there have been, you know, there's been outliers.
Well,
but,
yeah,
you know, other than me and you, you know, there's
those things we've looked at.
But you say it like it is, RG. That thing you got up there on the soapbox there last week sometime, and man, you just like speaking from the heart basically, and just giving it. That was awesome. Like that's the sort of stuff that's the real conversation that's being had in Hex, you know. Exactly. So I think there's dry powder mobilizing at the moment. That interview with Conrad Zen and Richard Hart, that's a sort of that's a breakthrough. I don't think people realize that's actually quite a significant breakthrough. That, yeah, yep,
that's golden. And I was learning more there too. You know, listening to that stream, listening to the game.
You're learning it every day. This is so many moving parts. It's such an awesome thing, and the community is so diverse, and there's areas of specialization that we've got within the skill sets that are involved. And talking to you guys and having these conversations is just brilliant. You know, like I really enjoy it. I wouldn't be here if I didn't want to talk to you, and I like you blokes. I respect you guys. You know, I haven't met El Hexidente. I've seen you on Twitter. You know, a bit of strategic trolling and whatnot. I mean, you get the punt. So what? You know, got to go in there and have a crack. You know.
Yeah, we gotta.
So
yeah. I think that we should just not like. Dude, this whole space takes itself, well, at this point, it just takes itself way too seriously. Yep. It's like, we're going to be, you know, like they came from like the memes, and then they acted like, you know, like they're acting like they came from that they've grown up. We've grown up now, you know, now we've got bank money on here. And now we need to stop with the memes, guys.
Now
like,
we're,
you know, yeah.
Scam.
Yeah. It's like, dude, most people still I tell this story all the time to people on my, like a couple of weeks ago for my birthday, I went over to my parents' house, and I'm telling people that I do a crypto show, and my uncle from across the entire house goes, "That stuff's a scam. Bitcoin's a pyramid scheme." I'm just like, oh my gosh. Oh, I was just like, okay, boomer. Oh, let's hear what the boomer stuff. Here we go. And like, you know, I just wrecked him because he's like, it gets printed out of nowhere. There's nothing that's, you know, it's being printed. I'm like, oh, you mean like the Fed that just printed $3 trillion? You dummy. Like, I don't know about you, but that seems like there's nothing backing the US dollar either. He's just like, you know, it's like, dude, like, yeah, you're taking your, you know, everybody takes their currency way too seriously, which, you know, Hex should be taken seriously, but it's like Bitcoiners used to just like meme stuff instead of like where they're at now. It's not fun anymore for most of the people. No. I feel like in the crypto space. And so, because I mean, even if you do, I mean, you're going to get into Bitcoin and what? It's got to go to 20,000 before you can 1x your money.
Yeah, I mean, the ceiling is way too low, or it's just low.
And who wants to own 0.000007 of something? It's like, whoa. That's exactly right. Hey, I just bought $50. How much? What did you get? 0.000007? I don't. It's like, wow.
See it.
Yeah. And don't I accidentally put an extra zero in there, or you just sent a transaction that probably was more expensive than the sending the transaction was probably more than you have in the wallet.
Finger that amount.
Yeah. So dumb. It's so dumb. Like Hex solves this. Hex solved this.
Yeah.
Hexo, I was going to tell you though, what I've had success with is just, well, I work around a ton of people, and almost all of them are over 50 years old. and almost all of them, they have some type of retirement plan, that 401k, they know what CDs are. So, and I'm real close friends with just a lot of them, and I got to go. So I'm more of like person to person, but we need to do all of it. You know what I mean? So
Right.
sitting across the table, talking to them, showing them what I have going on, offering it to them, and then they can see it. I'm like, there's no, I'm here to help you. You're my friend,
Right.
or you're my family. And that's what I'm doing it for. And they see it different when they're at my house or I'm at their house. Usually it's
Right.
it impacts a lot better. I mean, it's been successul.
Yeah, just I've been like in where I live in Idaho, like there's a lot of multi-level marketing stuff. Like for some reason, the religious people that are around me, I'm not going to name the religion, but they really like in their religion, that like the MLM stuff kind of gets it gets entwined in it, because you go to church and you can talk with people and then you get people. And for some reason, I was raised in this religion, and like you'll just for some reason, so like I don't want to come off as that, like, hey, I would like to show you this 25 APY, like, so it probably would be a good idea to do that. But man, it has me it's so hard for me to shill to like people, because for one, it's a little bit easier just to do it online, because it's like, well, not that I think that Hex is going to zero, but if it does go to zero, it's like, well, I just don't stream anymore. It's like, you just turn it off. You don't have to worry about like your best bud, like, hey bro, what the hell? I thought I had $200,000 in that bad boy, and now it's gone to zero. It's like, sorry about that.
That was my world. I actually was very successful in the MLM world, and made 6-figure years and did really, really well, which is a very small percentage of the MLM world that makes that kind of money. And the Mormons were all part of it. So that's my hesitation, because literally, my whole family had to hear about it, and we did all of those things. And, we became very successful though, in doing it. But like you said, it's that shilling thing that you have to go through and do that, really makes it difficult. And I don't want to do that anymore. I retired from that. I don't do it anymore. I've changed my ways, I guess you can say.
Well, multi-level
marketing, like a lunatic when you talk to them,
but it's still legal as long as you're just the product is like.
But it is a pyramid, and not a pyramid's not illegal. It's it's explained well by Richard every time, is that it's maximizing the amount of of profit that you get for selling your product and stretching it through as many people as possible. So getting more and more and more and more people involved in that middle process is what, a successful MLMer does. Not that there's anything wrong with that, but it can be annoying because, you've got all these people. The first thing you tell them to do, because most of them aren't seasoned salespeople, go to your friends and family, get that low hanging fruit. So everybody's bugging their friends and family, and hey, and then everybody gets a little overzealous because they see a guy like me, doing 6 figures or whatever. They're like, oh yeah, well, let's talk to this guy here. He can show you how to make $1 million, blah, 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 blah. And then it turns into something for most people that they can't do. It's hard to go out and influence people if you don't have sales skills, if you can't go out there and shill a product or talk about a product. So everybody gets lured into it. They think they're going to make big money. They never do. So you start burning through people, and you don't want to do that in this. I want to get the information out to folks that they can chew on, that they can see the community is honest, has integrity, is working for the best interest of them, that is working for the best interest of the project. That's what I want to represent here is, hey, this is the community. This is because that's why I built the show, so that we can see the smart people, the people with integrity that are involved in Hex, the early adopters, how smart they are, how much integrity they have. And that's going to attract people to Hex. That's what I did this for, so that we can get out there and get people's faces out there so they can see who you guys are. Because every time one of you gets on this stream, there's nobody really that you can say, oh, that's a bad motherfucker right there. He's no good. You know, everybody who's come on here has integrity, has smarts, is really looking at Hex and looking at the best interests of other people, looking at the best interests of crypto. So that's the way we're going to attract people. It's through attraction, not through shilling, not through lying, not through scamming, not through any of that other stuff, not through flashy
trading. We don't even promote trading because we don't want people to get wrecked. We're like, dude, don't trade because you could make a lot more just staking it and just, you know, dumping when your stake becomes when you're up.
Who
you know,
out there in crypto was saying don't trade.
Yeah,
nobody.
Like we could chill Bybit links if we wanted to, and just make a little bit of portion off of our, you know, everybody that watches us.
I've sent a few people towards hex.com, and one of the things that came back as feedback from them going there was like, yeah, that's really interesting and everything, but who's the bloke with the top hat looks dodgy? Who's he? You know, Richard Hart's little he's like his little icon, his little avatar. Like he looks a bit dodgy there. So hey, I got a more dodgy hat than him.
Well, that's what. Look, dude, I'm wearing a lab coat, and like, who's gonna take it? Like, and then we got RG3 that looks like a straight pirate up in here. It's like, I think that we're just a bunch of characters. We're not taking it serious. Well, we're not taking ourselves so seriously that we're just like, this is, you know, we're just like having fun, man. I mean, we're gonna be here for 15 years. I'm not gonna be like we, you know, today the news today. You know, we gotta have fun, because it's like, man, we can make this really boring and just like, this is the Hex dot vision, or it could be like actually fun and engaging with everybody that's here, instead of like an uptight, you know, show that everybody wants, or that everybody does. And like most of the shows, if you watch other crypto people, nobody really shows their face. If you're not in Bitcoin or Ethereum, you don't show your face. Like if you're shilling, you know, like there's no chain link show that I've seen. There's no like, you know, daily chain link or weekly.
Yeah, but you see that culture is very carefully crafted. Like, I mean, you can, if you go right back to before all of this and look at the telegrams and the way that they like Richard Hart and had basically shaped the group in a way that, you know, basically just any shit talk, just go and just the combots and all that effort that's gone into those, you know, like those pastors and those things on the telegram, that actually attracted the sort of people that he wanted. You know what I mean? Yeah. So it goes right. Like the intelligence and the fact that he surrounded himself with, like, and I don't know who they are. He's got a really good team back in the early days. But the thing that amazes me is that it's virtually grassroots. Like when you hear Kyle talk, when you hear and you see the guys and you see the mathematicians and the really intelligent conversations that are being had in there, that's all been cultured or shaped by Richard Hart's sort of vision, you know? Does that make sense? Yeah. So it's really, it's a really special thing, eh? Like it's a really unique ecosystem in a sense. And that's all been, I mean, like that's, I think, and you see, when you see Richard talk, he's like over the moon, thrilled about how well it's turned out, better than he expected as well. Yeah. So,
well, yeah, I mean, he couldn't have predicted like RG3's channel, my channel, all these people coming out and like supporting him with their faces. You know, I'm sure he probably thought it was going to be like another coin where nobody shows their faces, but maybe there's a YouTube channel that mentions them once or twice a month or something like that. But man, like, just think of all the, you know, like starting something and then a whole bunch of people actually come on and like support you and show their faces, which is like not what you see in crypto. You don't see that in crypto at all.
And not to jump on the Hexo dick, but he was the first that did that and got us all, you know, hey, you know what? If that guy can go on there and show his face and be cool about this thing and have integrity, then I can. You know,
well, I didn't show my face for like the first 20 days. I had like an avatar in there because I didn't want to show. I was scared. And I wasn't like.
I remember the countdown to the reveal. You had like the reveal.
The reveal.
Face reveal.
Yeah.
But he
That was a big
I
head.
feel like, show your face, mate.
But I was scared. Like, like you don't. Not only was everybody calling it a scam, but there was people. Oh, we're going to the SEC or we're doing this, and it's like it's kind of scary where you're just like,
Oh yeah.
damn, I'm promoting this thing, but then like you see what they're promoting, or you
Terrifying.
see what they're doing, and you're like, wait a second, do you have any room to talk? Because you literally like shill BitMEX links, you shill Bybit links, you live in the America like that. I don't know if they like you may be doing stuff that's illegal.
Really good at
Maybe I should talk to somebody about what you're doing, because mine isn't actually a security. It was designed so it's not a security. Like we don't know who the OA is because we don't want it to be a security. We don't have any promises because we don't want it to be a security. We don't have a roadmap. So it's pretty funny that these idiots want to say that
as well. There's a lot of concern trolls in the Telegram in the early days too, wasn't there?
Oh yeah. There still is. I saw one tonight in the Telegram chat.
Well, you're dealing with that stuff every day.
Oh man, it's so like, what do you think? Well, what do you think the OA is going to do with those coins? It's like, bro, just
the same
go.
stuff.
I don't care. I don't care what he does with his coins at this point, man. If he dumped every single one of them, then guess what? I bet they get bought back up, and the project will continue without the OA.
Exactly.
So it's okay. It's okay.
It's done. The project's done. It's going to continue to roll no matter what. So, but Quarter Panda just says, I didn't want to watch Hexo at first because I thought he was just a typical crypto shiller.
Wear a lab coat, bro.
hey guys, I gotta take off here, but I'll leave you guys with this. I just believe that just each of us as individuals have a responsibility to, whether it's to yourself or to your family or to your community or whoever your sphere of influence might be, and you have a responsibility. So if you have a product, because you talk about MLM, dude, I don't want to buy your soap, I don't want to do whatever, but this is so much different. This is something that's has opportunity to be life-changing, and we all have the responsibility to at least extend the hand out to them, and how they respond isn't really your problem. You just keep it moving. If they don't respond correctly, and you go to the next one, and then you go to the next one, and at least you'll know you tried.
True.
When it's all said and done.
Man. Yeah.
Bro,
Well,
thanks for coming on, man. We've been waiting.
Thank you, man.
To jump in. It's good to
Good
see
to meet you. It's good to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Yeah, great.
Good to
meet
put a
all
name
you
to a
guys.
face, or face to a name.
Oh yeah, definitely.
And anytime,
Yeah.
bro. Anytime, come on in.
Yeah, I'll be coming on more. And thank you guys for everything, Hexo, RG, Unwrecked Pirate, and Hexo and RG been. Hexo was one of the first ones I ran into, and he's been solid the whole time. So I really appreciate it, man. It's not
Thanks,
you
man.
don't find that a lot.
Thanks, bro.
Yep.
All right. All right, I'll check you guys later, man.
Later.
Bro.
See ya.
See you later.
See, that's it right there. That is it right there. Hearing people talk like that from the heart, talking about, responsibility, speaking of integrity, speaking from the heart. Every Hexican that comes on here is like that. I mean, yeah, we have our characters and we have our fun and all that kind of shit, Unwrecked Pirate is a fucking animal, I mean, we have our shit, but when it comes down to it, it's about integrity, and it's about, we know what Hex is, and what drew us all, I think, is Richard, because Richard is really that way. On the outside, he's a fucking character. He is a fucking character.
Just like all three of us. Look at all three of us right now.
I know.
You're wearing a headband. I'm wearing a doctor's coat. We got the bull horns down here. We're all characters.
Indian beaded bull horns. That's who we are. That's just who we are. But there's a lot. We don't take ourselves seriously, and there's a lot of integrity here in this room. And when I found out you were a Marine, and Unwrecked is also you're military, right? I mean, you were
Choco, yeah, Army Reserve.
So when I start seeing guys like this, coming together, because I mean, we had camaraderie like nobody's business in the Marine Corps, and I'm sure the same with you, Unwrecked. We have integrity, we went out there and risked our lives for our countries. And I've seen a lot of guys like that involved in this, you know, and hearing them speak from the heart, hearing all these people talking like Richard that want crypto to be a better place, that know that Hex is that better place in crypto. And that's our message. We're not saying, hey, buy this thing because, you know, it can go to the moon and make you rich. Everyone's like, hey, this is a good project. It's the only finished project in crypto. It's the only thing out there that has integrity. You know, look at it. Take a look at what it can do for you. Take a look at
not only is it a better product, but it's also a better community. Like we do have, you know, like we do have integrity. We're not trying to shill you anything. I mean, sure, we try to shill people something so the price goes up for everybody, you know, like we're trying to pump the bags for everybody, not just for myself. Like once I get the money, then I'm gone, you know, like I'm going to be here for 15 years, guys. Like you know,
yeah,
like,
we gotta have something to do.
Yeah, we gotta do something. Yeah. Like, why not shill while we're having, you know, and everybody, bro, like everybody should start their own YouTube channels. Unwrecked, I know you've got yours with day 43. You guys come in at like 1 o'clock my time, so I never get to watch it.
Yeah,
so
right,
I mean, it's pretty late when you guys start. So I'm always like, oh crap, I would like to go and see what you guys do, but I mean, everybody should.
It's a science experiment.
Hey, keep it going, man. Keep it going. Keep it going, man. Like everybody, like you need exactly. It's fun, and like you get you could be like the, you know, on your time zone, the hexologist of your time zone. You know, like you start doing that, and you know,
these guys are really smart. These guys are really smart, and we're going to be talking about reviewing or community service announcement around, I guess. Reevaluating personal security protocols, because I've found out during the week that Day 43 OG and Middle Class Working Man, those guys are IT experts, and they're real big on the crypto security. And I know, look, I'm a bit loose because I started with nothing and I'm just sort of dollar cost averaged in and sort of whatever sort of thing. But those guys are like hardcore, so those guys are gonna run through some really important information about setting up your wallets and how to buy Hex and things like that. We do the basics when we try to bring forward some of the educational stuff for people that are looking at it for the first time as well. And then we're going to do a bit of a deep dive and analysis on the stakes and the shares, and you know, bit of Skyvive as well, guide to better living. That's what we're doing, and that's kind of like, yeah, why not? Seems to be an appetite for it within the Hex community, and I think it's brilliant that you, Hexologist, and you, RG3, that we're actually cross-pollinating with this, because initially when the first round of FUD came out in February, I got really shitty and angry. Say shitty, but I got pissed off, so I went and made a YouTube video because I was annoyed. But now it's like, and I didn't want to go out and make a YouTube to shill, because I thought, people are just thinking I'm using my referral link or whatever. But it's not that. It's actually not that. I don't care about referrals. That's not my go. It's about education, about learning. We're having fun, and we're enjoying this journey with Hex, and it's just been the best. It's been the best thing that happened to me this year, or probably for a long time to remember this time. Awesome. You know, like, it's been brilliant. It's been a great year, and get to know you guys, get to know everyone.
I'm glad you stuck with it, man, because they would those FUD times, they were rough, man. I think we all went through them. Those are not fun times to be like somebody emergency unstaking, just dumping the price, and like they're saying they're gonna do something. Oh, I'm gonna go call the SEC, and it's just like it's rough. It is rough, where it's just like, man, do I just keep going with this? Do I do another video? So I'm glad you stuck it out, man, because in the end, you probably knew that it's like, okay, well, I'm still going to be here for 15 years, but
that's it. I was in it for the long haul. I believed in Richard. I believed what Richard said. I watched all of his streams, and, you know, and it was the compliance, the integrity, and the character, all of the things that you look for. And if you're sort of like being rational about making business decisions with money, and I went, this is the go.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Let me jump in the chat room real quick and just say thanks to BMA for tossing a diamond at us, and thanks for the lemons, guys, and the ice creams into the fire. superhex.win. You guys are awesome. And then, of course, Quarter Panda just donated a Ninja Guinea. Thank you, Quarter Panda. Appreciate that, bro. And then I've been throwing, I got a couple thousand in the treasure chest. So stick around, guys. I'm going to dump the treasure chest on you. And then the other thing is that the European and Asian community out in Hex land has been complaining that they haven't been able to qualify for the 1 million Hex giveaway that we're having because of the time constraints. Themselves are having trouble getting on the stream. So what I did is I allowed everybody to, and I checked on my my peoples are in there. I allowed them to get on Twitter and send me a DM. Now I'm going to pick from those names, of those Twitter names, 3 qualifiers, and then 3 qualifiers in the chat room tonight. So I'm going to have 6 qualifiers so that we're going to have our outside the U.S. Time zone picks and our U.S. time zone or whoever is here live picks. So if you are from around, somewhere else, then yes, so I'm giving everybody a chance to do so by sending me that DM in Twitter. So the rules are: follow me on Twitter, RG3_pirate. Follow here on Dlive. Follow or subscribe to our YouTube channel, Discourse _ Syndicate. And then once you've done those 3 things, you can qualify for the 1 million Hex giveaway, which we are going to do when we hit 1,000 followers. So if you can get out there and create a new Dlive account or whatever and follow us and get our viewership up, then we're going to do that. I'd like to give this away before the big payday. So get us up to 1,000 followers, guys. So, because we're not like some of the other influencers out there where we can become a partner at 152 followers. We got to do the full 1,000 because I'm not sitting on enough laps out there. So I don't get the privilege and the benefit of doing of scoring the big partnership by getting only 152 followers. We got to do the full 1,000 like Hexo's done. So those of you who are on Hexo's show and watching him here tonight, why don't you follow us? You can follow us here too. We're Hexicans just like he is. So come on in and follow us on the D-Lives. That way we give us. So I'm going to pull those names out in a little bit. Grow some tit, RG. Oh, I guess that would help, right? If I grew some, anyways. And
what's the going on Twitter? Crypto Twitter blowing up. Richard's what's going on there? It's gonna. A lot of the stuff goes over my head, of course, because none of it makes sense to me. I'm like, what's this? I could see there was a bit of a flurry today.
Yeah. We had one of the crypto influencers. She happens to be a she, and she commented on one of Richard's tweets and made kind of a derogatory comment towards him about being. It was like kind of a sexist comment, I guess.
Because he was promoting booth babes. He said
promoting
women.
Booth babes, and
he said that since booth babes aren't allowed at Andreas Antonopoulos's his meetings, that he's going to give women $6,969 for the top 10. So each one of them gets like $690.
And the thing is that so she comments about it, but this is the same girl that's taking selfies, and we've got pictures of her sitting on every influencer's lap and in their ears and shit, and
then on Dlive.
All right, well,
and then Dlive.
One of those conferences if there's no girls there.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I mean, it's dumb. I always.
How the hell did that happen? Hold on a second.
What's going on? I don't know what happened. So yeah, it's it was pretty. It was just nonsense. Just not nonsense. There's just a bunch of dumb.
That's pretty ballsy that Richard go out and do that. That's pretty interesting.
Yeah, almost $7,000 to give to the top 10 girls that post their hot hexy photos is what he said. So
yeah, it's like, what was that shit about? And then you got the nads to freaking talk shit about Richard and Hex when that's your whole freaking forte. And I mean, That's like part of her viewership is because she does that shit, you know? I mean, you never see her without her doing this. Everything.
Yeah, right.
I never follow. I
Oh.
literally muted her. I muted her profile a long time ago. I saw that there was like a whole bunch, and Richard was tweeting at it, and I was like, "Who did I mute?" And I undid it. I was like, "Oh, this chick." Because right when I saw that she was with Tone Bays, I was like, "Okay." You know, like I don't know if you like she had a whole bunch of Twitter tweets with Tone Bays back in the day, and she had like no bra on coming out of the pool, like in a white t-shirt, and I was just like, yeah, this girl is like some shit, like she's getting paid by the whoever Tone Bays is getting paid by, whoever, you know, whoever's paying these guys. She's now on the crew, which I can't stand Tone Bays. So it's like, okay, you're muted because you're annoying in general. And then this happened today. I was like, oh well, look, I've got some dirt on this girl. Not anything bad, but the Dlive stuff kind of, because I've asked Dlive what's going on here, because over here on Dlive, you have to have 1,000 followers to be a partner, and she has 152 followers on Dlive, and for some reason she's a partner. So I contacted them and said, what's going on here? And they said, oh well, she has some kind of affiliate status with us, and something. First they tried to say that she was grandfathered in, but then Joker helped me out, and he's like, no, she's not, because she came onto the scene on this day, and you guys didn't got grandfather people in until this until like a year earlier than that. So that's a lie. And I was like, because Joker was helping me out. Joker's like, no, this ain't flying either, man. Yeah, he's trying to get the general partnership, or the GP, whatever, the higher one, and they're kind of gatekeeping him. Like, he's got 3,200 people right now, and they're not letting him have it. So, and he's one of the top people that people watch over here on Dlive. So it's like they're hating on people that it's turning weird over here on Dlive.
Sounds like a double standard to me.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, she blew my boss.
There have to be something.
Oh, no, Hector, that's
double cheeked up.
That's no way to talk with this guy.
Well, looks like we're gonna have to move to Twitch because Dlive's gonna kick us off.
Well, at least my show anyway. It's like
no, they'll probably kick me off too. It's just, there's like 10 dudes. There's a bunch of simps that freaking. Well, I don't want to hate on it. Never mind. I'm not even gonna go further with it.
We gotta self-freaking censor, man, because we're running out of platforms.
Yeah, that's true. We're gonna be like making our own, man. That's what we should.
Hey boys, look, I just came on to say good day. Anyway, I got to jump off and get ready. We're actually streaming live. I got day 43 OG. We're doing some stuff. We're gonna try to structure it a little bit and deliver a quality show and some entertainment and things like that. But boys, I'm really proud of you guys. I really am impressed with the way you guys hold yourselves and present. And I mean, Hexa, like, you've been a stalwart for the community all this time. And it's awesome to see, and I really wish you well. I hope that the channels grow, and as the channels grow, you grow in stature and influence as well. Because I mean, you're putting up the good fight, and you're putting out the good word, and you're saying it like it is. And we're all. I think honesty goes a lot further, but the problem is, you say 9 good things and you say 1 bad thing, and the 1 bad thing you say goes further than the 9 good things, and that's just life. We're human, we make mistakes, and that's life. But by the same token, this revolution that we're in, this hex system is just, I love it. I don't know, I can't say enough good things about it, and the people that I've chatted with and seen and done and got involved in, and I'm really happy that we're sort of trying to get it out there a little bit as well and do our little bit. I'm not a social media guy or anything like that, so we're just having a crack and having a bit of fun with it, and that's all we're doing. But boys, I'll leave it at that, and I'll let you go. You have a good night over there.
And thank you. Thank you for all you've done, man.
Yeah, we'll be kicking off. We'll be kicking off 3 p.m. Victorian time, 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time in Australia for our Aussie viewers. We'd just put out a little bit of we're trying to make it a bit more local, and just a community service. We shill Hex, but there's no gain other than we love to talk about Hex and we enjoy it, and that's it. There's just lighthearted, bit of variety, and we look around the grounds and do a bit of analysis. So yeah, if you're interested to want to watch it, all the Hexicans are welcome. So I'll let you go, eh?
Right
Yeah,
on,
man.
my brother. You take care.
Link your YouTube chat or in the chat, man.
Yeah,
So
put the link in the chat so everybody that's on here can get it.
Oh, is that the YouTube chat or the Dlive chat?
Stick it right here. Stick it right here in the private chat. See the private chat over to the right there?
Right.
See that? Put it right there, and then I'll put it in the chat, in the Dlive chat.
Okay, cheers, eh?
Later on, Rect.
Later. Hey, Hexo. So I'm going to tell everybody, I'm going to have you pick again, if that's cool with you.
Oh, jeez. Oh, here we go.
So everybody,
an angry mob on my show tomorrow. You didn't pick me. I'm being gatekept by the Hexo.
So as of now, and I'm going to mark the chat. As of now, everybody who is wanting to participate, go ahead and oh boy, would somebody please get rid of that Burger King Crypto King grouper or whatever the hell spamming up the damn thing.
Oh, damn it. I just accidentally timed him out, but I can delete him. There we go. Just kill him.
So go ahead and everybody say something, hey RG3, hey Hexo, whatever.
Better be nice.
If I see you spamming, I'm gonna go back and look at it into the fire.
Franklin St. Hex.
What's that?
How many do I pick? 3. Franklin St. Hex is the first one.
Okay, Franklin St. Hex.
Yeah, write that down. Can't look at it. Sorry. My screen's over here. I have 2 screens, guys. So I'm not. All right, here goes the second pick. It is Colin Alexander. Okay, so Hexander. Get it right. All right. And then. Oh my gosh, hold on. I've got to repick it. It was like, by the time I picked it, it was like 30 other ones. Hector Protector. There you go.
He's spamming. I'm watching him. He's spamming. That's
okay. I can pick another one. Oh, yeah. All right. So we pick another one?
I told him not to spam. Hector, knock it off.
Blue Bum.
Okay.
Yeah. BLOO.
Telling you guys, he's freaking spam it up and Blue Bum.
Sorry, Hector Protector. Sorry about that.
Yeah, but I told him don't freaking over spam. Put it in there one time, and he freaking did it. Goddamn pirate, you motherfucker, Hector. All right. So Blue Bum, Colin Hexander, and Franklin St. Hex. Now, what I'm going to do is I am going to go into the Europeans, and I'm going to pick 3 of the Europeans that actually got to me and wanted to get in here. So let me pull that list up.
Okay.
And I am going to pick.
Dude, can you believe 34 more days until the launch phase is over? 37 more days until the big payday.
Jeez, dude.
This year has flown by.
Let's see. Wow. We got the first one is going to be Hex na OG.
Oh, Hexna. Yeah.
What's really interesting about that is that Hex na OG is the one who actually suggested it to me. So I'm happy. I'm really happy about that because I was like, man, he suggested I'm going to do the idea. And he was the first one I picked. That's freaking cool. All right. So let's go again. Crypto corals. So crypto corals is our second one. And the third, O'Delly. O'Delly. So O'Delly, you are third qualifier.
So if anybody knows anything, because I'm not very good at Excel or anything, could somebody please make a Google Docs for me, like a what's it called, like an Excel sheet with all of the times for 12 hours before the adoption amplifier ends and 12 hours after, and with 8. How many people can be on this thing? 8 or 10?
We could put 10 on. We could put 10.
And you do 10 now? You sure 10?
Yep.
Okay. So I think I want to do
account. I can put 10.
Okay. I'll probably pay for it. What are we gonna do? Because like
why don't you just do it on this?
Because I've done 351 days on my channel, man. If I do one less day, I'm gonna be like,
all right, no. I get it.
It's like something that I'm like, I gotta do 351 days straight.
No, I'm gonna call you out right now. I'm gonna make you admit it. I'm gonna make you admit it on stream. Now, remember when we did the first 24-hour stream, right?
Yes.
That was my idea, wasn't it?
I think so. Yeah. Yeah. You told me like 2 days before.
Okay.
Yeah, because then we were like, yeah. It was the day before, and then I was like,
everyone's
we should.
Hexo's 24-hour stream. Hexo's 20. RG3. He didn't have shit.
No, RG3 was there the whole time, guys. He was there the whole time. His thing may have cut out, but he was there the whole time. He may have been snoring. Because his computer was getting so hot. Yeah. Well, dude, he was there. He was there the entire time. Everybody, I will always defend Captain RG3, who did it with me. We went through battle together. Excel sheet needed for what? Oh, okay. So for the times, I want to make it so if you could do it like a Google Excel doc where it's just times from like, because for me it will be 5:00 p.m. It does like you could just put it hourly or whatever, first hour to 24 hour. 8 spots that people could fill out, because I want to have 2 just in case like Richard just wants to pop in, or if there's just like random person that wants to pop in. I don't know if I'll have 10 the entire time. I'll probably just keep 8 people there. And then like have people. So I'm going to either do an hour time slots or 2-hour time slots, depending on how many people actually sign up. So if you guys could do that, like if somebody could do that for me, just like so people can sign up. And then, so have 8 spots so people there's 8 people that could be in there for an hour time slot. If somebody could do that, if I do it, it's not, I don't know how to do Google Sheets or Google Excel or Excel it very well at all. So, I mean, I can figure it out, but if somebody could just do like, I know some people are out there that are just like
for the whole 24 hours.
What's that?
I got a seat for the whole 24
hours.
Yeah.
That's why. Yeah, exactly. Like that's another reason why I want to keep like at least 8. Because I think you and Crypto Coffee said that he was going to do the whole 24, but we'll see. We'll see how many people actually want to do the whole 24.
It isn't easy. It isn't easy. And I got to get me a new chair because this chair damn near killed me. It's oh my gosh, that was hard, man. 24 hours was hard.
I slept a lot the next day. I will say that I slept I slept the 8 hours, but it was a good sleep. It was I went straight to my bed and just went right to sleep. It was a good one.
Yeah, it was a good sleep after that too. Yep.
And like halfway through, it was more like an endurance test. But then like there's only about 4 hours where it really, it didn't suck. It was just kind of like, you can only talk about eggs so long.
I know we were talking about all kinds of ridiculous shit, man. I mean, you can only talk. What's going to be cool is we're going to be able to, update on what's going on. The price is going to be moving, I'm sure. So we're going to be watching the price.
It's going to be a lot different than what it was.
That
was halfway through, right? That was the halfway through.
Yeah, that was the halfway point. No, was it?
What did we? Yeah, because what did we do it for?
Was it the Happening?
It was the Happening. It was the Hex Happening.
It was the Happening, yeah. Because Bitcoin was doing its whole Happening thing, and we had the Hex Happening.
Yeah, like 2 weeks later. It was great.
It was great, man. Hey, let me distribute the rewards here. Let me dump that out to everybody. So there we go. All right, guys, I put 3,000 in there. Thanks for donating all yours, and there's a few more thousand for you.
Hexo had bags under his eyes for 6 days after. Probably.
And then you streamed right after because
No, I had to finish my show. I had to do my show, man. I still had to do my show.
I was like so happy I wasn't having to do what you were doing. I came on and I was going to bed. I was like, oh God, he's doing his show.
What's up, guys? Welcome to Hex News Live.
Oh, look, Hector the Protector, the freaking spammer, got 559 hex there. Or I'm sorry, not hex lemons. Cookie Boys 321. Into the Fire got 233. Hex Shark got 185, and Johnny No Good got 155. I don't. Thanks, guys. There's your last.
Johnny No Good gave me 100,000 hex to stake for 15 years for my show, and it is killing it. It's been in there for like I don't know, about 3 weeks, and it's already got 4,000 hex in it, like that I've gotten from it. Off of 100,000. It's been nice. So thank you, Johnny, once again.
Yeah, community's awesome, man. And I can't wait for the 24 hours. It's going to be fun as shit. I mean, dude, the freaking big payday's coming. It's over. No more AA. It's going to be like relief. I mean, I know that the few days after are probably going to be exciting, whether it's a pump or a dump or whatever is going to happen. Or maybe nothing. Maybe it just kind of freaking.
But the share rate is still going to be fun. That's going to be the funnest thing. Like after the big payday, just seeing what it's going to update to be like, oh, what is it? That's going to be anticipatory. BPD suspense is killing me, dude. For real, it's going to be crazy just to see how much it's going to cost for 1 trillion shares.
I know
after the big payday, and
then you're going to be like, looking at your bags going, oh my gosh, you pretty little bag.
I think Steph said that he was going to come here for the 24 hours. It's like so Steph, it's going to be 12 hours before the big payday, like where it will roll over, and then 12 hours after. So
yeah, big payday is going to happen right in the middle of our stream. So it'll be like,
yeah,
before we'll be talking, watching the pump or whatever. And then boom, when it hits. And then right after we're going to do 12 hours of after. So you're going to have significant amount of time of, play by play on what the big payday's doing. And it's going to be cool. It is going to be cool.
Yeah. If anybody wants to do the entire, well, I shouldn't say if anybody, because there's going to be a lot of people, I'm going to do the 24 hours and then they're not going to do the 24 hours and then I'll put you in there. Just do the 1 hour signups, I guess. Steph's got an honorary, an honorary seat if he wants to do it. But
Steph, Firebun did it with us. Steph did it with us. Coffee did it with us. Who else? Who else was there at that time that was like almost the whole time? There was a couple more that were almost there with us the whole time.
There was. Well, GT was there for a long time.
Yeah, he came in for a little bit, but fuck him.
I don't hate him, but yeah.
I don't hate him either. But
I just wish he wouldn't have been Judas Iscariot on us.
Judas. I know we had to block another one today too.
Oh yeah. There's some people. There's some people in our midst that try to that are making alt accounts to promote other things, and they're well, not other things, but not forks, but clones of Hex. So, yeah. but then they have their Hex, their portraits that I've made of them, because I spent lots of time doing it for them, and then they changed that because they must have not liked it. I guess, I don't know.
Well, as long as we're all watching each other's backs and keeping everything on the real here, I mean, that's what it's about, right? Being real. We promote what we promote because we believe in it, and we are educated in it. We understand it, and anything else out there so far hasn't done what Hex has done, or hasn't proven it.
And like they were getting on me, like you just block people because I like that Elio Trades dude when I wrecked him with all of his nonsense. He tried to come at me, the guy that I blocked, the another Judas Iscariot. He tried to say, why are you mad that you block these guys when you block my alt account that was promoting this this coin that is a clone? And I said, well, first off, you're promoting like literally like something that is like, again, in direct competition with Hex. Like, and for another one, the like, it's just like, dude, it would be like if Bitcoin had Bitcoin Cash. It's like, yeah, it's direct competition. Like you're trying to compete with it, and you're trying to play both sides. Like you're talking out both sides of your mouth.
Yeah,
and trying to be like hey, bro, and trying to like be a concern troll. Like he tried to concern troll me quite a lot on Twitter, and it's just like, what do you do? Like this guy, the guy that I wrecked, Elio Trades, like literally was getting people wrecked 99.9%, and I showed it on a chart. Like that's and then like that's why he blocked me. You like are shilling a clone of Hex, and I'm gonna block you so you don't like shill a clone of Hex to my followers because you're concern trolling or trying to get the
responsibility to the community at this point, to protect them.
Yeah. Well, it's not even protecting. Like, I don't care if people want to go invest in the crap, but I'm not going to shill it for them.
But we can't expose them to that. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, but I don't feel like it's protecting anybody. Like you can go do it. If you want to go shill or play with your freaking money on these horrible, horrible products that, like I've got way more not dirt, but just like, do you want to do you want to be in a coin that was promoted by somebody that also promoted BitConnect and, like has a pretty, not a very good record and all this stuff. I don't need to say which coin it is or whatever, but
and a whole channel dedicated to Pokemon on freaking.
But then I switched it. So now it was promoting Hex and then it was promoting my new coin. I mean, it's whatever. Like you can do whatever you want if you want to make a clone, but like you're in direct competition, and don't be upset when I block you. It's different that like I'll wreck somebody. Like if you could show me how I wreck somebody, which I've never wrecked anybody. And by the way, I've gotten like 80,000 views on my Uni token. So times that by like $3. What $1,300? We'll just say $1,500 average per Uni token for per person that watched it. Times that by 80,000. That's like $100 million right there. So, and whoever has watched me probably some people caught the 116x. So I haven't been wrecking any of my followers. I probably made my followers quite a bit of money.
Everybody.
Yeah. So it's like, would you like to show how much money I've actually made my followers, or or should I continue to call out these people that are ruining the crypto space by getting people into these coins that they most likely are dumping on, and it goes down 99.9% because they're shilling them.
And the nature at which that other, like you said, that clone coin was made, and the attack that it made when it was made is. I mean, that's a whole nother reason not to, be involved in anybody promoting it because of, what it did, how it was made.
Yeah. I mean, it's supposed to like spite Richard Hart, and it's whatever. If you were there during the FUD, you would know that this guy is very like, I mean, he seems like a nice guy. He doesn't like, I don't hate him or anything, but it's like, I don't know. There's something about it where you're just like, there's something about it where you just like, I don't know, man. And the thing is, people don't realize it's not all about what the project is or what the product is. It's also like the community. Like Hex wouldn't be anywhere where it's at right now if it wasn't for the community, because just imagine if me and you and all the people in the chat right now and everybody on Twitter, if we weren't promoting it and we were just like sitting in the back, in the back seats and just like, they just called it a scam and, just never saying anything about it. Like the community is what drives what has driven Hex. And if you get into one of these other coins that is a knockoff or a clone, if they end up having a community, sure, it could get like that. But their community, it seems like a bunch of people that just hate Richard Hart. Yeah. And you really think that that's going to end up really well? Spike coin. Spike coin. That's what they should have called it. Spike coin. And like people that hate, like people that are spiteful like that make stuff like
bitter coin Hex.
yeah, bitter. Like, dude, do you think that kind of community actually does well in the long run for 15 years? Like, those people they're haters. Like, and they're gonna make a hater coin, and they're gonna make a coin. And you think that community, you get a bunch of haters in a group, and they're just gonna have coercion and be like, "Yay, this is our coin." No, they're gonna like they start hating each other, and then it just like blows up. Yep. I don't know, man. That's what I see with the coin. Like, it could do very, very well. I don't know what's going to happen, but when you have somebody that's spiteful, and then you get a group of spiteful people, usually it doesn't work out for in the long run. It's like
I'm all for a better mousetrap. If you have, like you said, it was built on being bitter. It was built on, I'm going to go do something better than you, versus. Yeah. Hey, there's some things here that Hex can make better. Hex is already an immutable contract on the blockchain, and it's unchangeable. But this is what I think can make it better. And here, and here. So let's launch this. You know what? Thank you, Hex, for being the foundation of what it is that we're going to build. And here it is, 2 or 3 years later, because we've got to do our due diligence just like Hex did. That's respectable. If you can do something like that, that's respectable. I doubt that that's something that somebody can, really pull off, or if anyone's actually done enough research and figured out Hex enough to say, okay, I can make it better. I think that this one is more like, a bitter coin or a spike coin or whatever. And it's built on a house of cards. It's built on a
they don't, first off, they don't have RG3. They don't have Hexologist. And most of all, they don't have Richard Hart. Like, who is going to go out there and just like...
Yeah, because the guy that built the thing is no Richard Hart.
I'm not saying...
He's the guy in your neighborhood who got beat up every freaking week,
But it's like, he's not Richard Hart, he's not Richard Hart. You could say all these good things about what the coin does. It could be 10 times better than Hex. It could be. I don't know. I haven't really looked at it. I'm not trying to say it's a scam. I'm not trying to even say it's bad. I don't even know anything about it, to be honest with you. I have not looked at all. I'm just saying it doesn't have our community. It doesn't have us. It doesn't have you guys. Like it doesn't have Richard Hart, and that's what actually brings the currency to what it is. If you've learned, like El Hexadente was in here today, and Unwrecked, like those guys watch our videos and they're like, oh, I want to be a part of that group. Like, that actually looks like it's a fun group, or they see that it's kind of like a cool group. Like, if you don't have that stuff, if you don't have people actually showing their faces, which, maybe they do, but I don't see any of these tokens having anybody on their side. And maybe they do, and maybe they'll get some big influencers. But it's these big influencers that have shilled their like the Elio Trades dude, where it's just like he's been shilling nonsense to all of his followers for the last 3 years. And then you have somebody like myself go in there and be like, oh, well, let's look at some of your calls. Oh, you've wrecked your followers multiple times. Why should anybody trust you? Like, you shouldn't be trusted. You should not. And that's what we need to start doing. If you guys know anybody that is like that, like, that's what we need to start calling out, guys. Like RG3 said earlier, like, we need to start calling these guys out, because they're just getting away with murder at this point. Like, oh, I can just steal whatever I want and it'll go down 99%, and it's okay, because I get, I can make another YouTube video, and it's okay.
Yeah, and they're hurting the crypto community in general, not just Hex, not just the Hex community or flooding our project, but they're hurting crypto. I mean, it's sad that there are that many of them out there that are doing this. It really is. It's a bad state of affairs, and no wonder it's hard to bring people. It's already hard enough to onboard people, and then you've got this fucking circus show out there. I mean, I'm not going to say a circus show. And I'm not going to say that we present any better. I mean, right. Freaking pirates and freaking doctor codes. But I mean, when you listen to our content, it's a lot different than what they're saying, and how they're speaking, and they're standing in front of charts and saying it could go up, it could go down, but look, right now it's in the middle, blah, 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 blah. I mean, it's the same thing all the time. Went down yesterday, came up today. It's like, it's the most ridiculous crap that's going on out there. And then when a real project comes around, none of them want to back it. None of them.
No,
I mean, who is what influencer? We thought that there was going to be one or two fall and join our ranks and see Hex for what it is. There is no excuse for that. There are too many smart people. Not smart. There are too many people that understand the crypto space enough to know that Hex is more than what they are all acting like it is, and that's unacceptable. There is no way that not one of them should be, even the people that there was one of the influencers that has a YouTube show that was kind of like jumping into our what was his name? It wasn't Beatles. It was another guy kind of looks like Beatles. He was starting to kind of do a show. I think he has an English accent. Big guy.
Oh yeah. I know who you're talking about.
Like does his show out of his shed kind of thing.
Yeah. Big Glenn.
Big Glenn. What happened to him? He was like warming up to us, and then he kind of like just disappeared.
Is he still doing videos?
I don't know. I haven't seen anything. But I just remember that the Hexicans were going on his show. He was talking about it. Things were going down, but. C'est la vie.
It is what it is. It's better than like I don't know. Like I think that some of these clones are trying to base it off of like, oh, we're gonna get influencers on this thing and we're gonna get all of this, and it's like, dude, if you're gonna get anybody that's been an influencer for the last 3 years, like there's so much dirt on these guys because they've promoted just garbage. Like every influencer out there, unless you get them straight, like how me and you are, where it's just like we haven't promoted anything. We haven't promoted like any coins. I have never promoted anything. You haven't ever promoted anything. Like you have to get these new guys to come in and be influencers. And if you don't, then you're going to get these guys like the Elio Trades guy that's just promoted garbage that has went down 99.9%. And it's all on their record. Like they don't delete like that. That's what I find is weird is they don't even delete these YouTube channels or these YouTube videos that it's like, bro, you made a bad call. And promoting ICOs. He was promoting ICOs as an American. Like
they got like a whole stack of these videos that they've done that have like, okay, this video wrecked a bunch of people. This video wrecked a bunch of people.
Yeah.
It's like proof. It's like, dude, at least delete the shit.
Yeah, like be smart about it, man. It's crazy. So I mean,
I actually deleted a video because we had somebody come on. I don't know what's that.
You had Randy putting his cell phone up to the screen.
No, that's actually still up there. You can literally go see the horse.
Oh, geez,
masturbation video. It's still up there, but no, we had Gary brought a gal on that was talking about Puerto Rico and the benefits of Act 22, which is now 66 or whatever it is. Anyway, she came on and was speaking about it as kind of an authority, but she was more of a tourist agent type person. But she understood a little bit about the act. And she knew a lot about Puerto Rico and whatever. And so she started talking. And later on, the show came out. It was recorded. I mean, she knew she was on YouTube. And she sent me I got hammered by YouTube. Hey, you've had a complaint, and you got to pull it down. And she made me pull it down. So I just deleted the whole video and just took it up. Well, I still have it, but I took it.
Like what was the complaint about?
That we misrepresented her authority on speaking to the act or something like that by putting her up there and making her sound like she was an authority. I don't know.
YouTube gave you that? YouTube like gave you a strike because of that?
No. She complained and they came at us with her complaint.
What?
She complained.
Weird. I didn't know that was
it was really weird because it was like she was actually anyway, never mind. But yeah, she shouldn't have complained at all.
That's weird.
Hey, Vode's in here. He wants to come on and talk to us for a second.
Right.
Oh, there he is.
Yes.
Yo, what's up, Mr. Bro?
Just got up.
Woke up.
Pretty early here.
Yeah.
So what's going on? You got something hot for us to talk about? Is that what you wanted to come on for? Because we're like 3.5 hours into the stream. It better be fucking good.
Maybe I'll hop on for 10 minutes or something.
Okay, well, it better be fucking good. Lay it on us, brother.
Oh well, I got one thing for you. I got my shirt now. I'm a paid shield now.
What is
You
that?
recognize
What
this
is
logo?
that? It looks like a bunch of, I don't know.
Nomics.com.
Oh, it's the Nomics.
Oh, it's Nomics. Oh snap!
I didn't
I think
get
you would have backed up a little bit. It was a little bit. Like this. There we go. There we go.
Did you get the link, Exo?
What link?
To get a free Nomics shirt.
No, I didn't get no link. What the? They should have been coming at me. They should have been.
I got the link. I'll send it to you. You get a free Nomics shirt.
Well, hell yeah! There we go.
You just send in. Well, good job, Vode.
No, this is proof. They actually sent you the shirt.
Actually do it. That's nice.
Nice. So what's going down, man?
Well, I've been being a Twitter warrior for the last days.
You and us both, bro. You and us both.
We've been in a Twitter war. We've declared war on crypto Twitter.
Yeah, Twitter. Yeah.
But man, the battles have been easy. We've been just wrecking them. I mean, yeah, they block us, but we're just destroying them everywhere we go because they got nothing.
They don't have any followers that actually care about what they do because they might get one, they might get two even. But then you get 30 Hexicans jumping in there, and it's like, oh my gosh, what's happening? They're bringing up my past. This guy's going after my face. This one's saying
they got pictures.
Yeah, it's like Hexicans don't play around, man. For real, like you guys are pretty brutal out there.
Oh boy,
That's crazy, man.
Yeah, I've been doing those pictures. I got Mr. Vodes in there too, so he's got everybody. If everybody's in the chat, I'm doing pictures for everybody that's subbed to my channel.
Yeah, thanks for mine, bro. That was cool, man.
It looks really great. I just
It took me a long time. Like the template to do it took me like all day yesterday. It took me like 5 hours. It's probably not. It doesn't look like 5 hour material, but man, it took me a long time because I was messing around with different things. So
did you like the female Hex Yoda?
Dude, that was the funniest shit I've ever seen. Where he has the lipstick on and he has. That was probably the funniest thing I saw all day today.
I would have posted that one video you did of me with the what was it? What's that thing? The
Victoria's Secret. Oh, the Reface app.
The Reface. But dude, it freaks me out when I see it. It's like, oh god.
I put RG3's face on one of these Victoria's Secret models. He's all walking down the freaking aisle.
I was like, she's hot.
Wait, RG3, have you started the SpongeBob SquarePants? Have you started your show like that yet?
I've
got RG3 going, oh, are you ready, kids? Oh,
you know what? Mine's only what you sent me was just a picture.
Oh, really?
I didn't get the video.
Yes.
Dude, you give me the video. That's why I was like, well, I could put the picture up there, but it's not going to do anything.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Make sure it's not a video but I don't think it's a video. I've tried and it's just the picture, I think. Hold on a second.
Maybe click it.
Let me see.
Oh, Google Sheets.
It looks cool though. When I pull it up, your paper mache freaking Tone Vase and what's her name pops up. So freaking good, dude. Is that your
was not a good
ball or is that the paper mache?
No, that's the Muppet that Johnny sent me. Dude, we gotta show it here. Hold on, I gotta show it
for a second.
Yeah. Let me show everybody. I'll share my screen.
Where's it at?
Let's see. Here we go. Oh, you gotta show everybody the picture.
Right a little bit. You shared your screen.
this is really tone based in the picture. So I edited
really tone based.
and I put his little Muppet hand.
Oh, the hand, man. The details.
The hand's really there. It's just.
Oh geez, yeah, that was my favorite. That was my favorite.
I want to pull this out. I want to see if that thing is a video. If it's a video, I'm gonna play it real great because that was cool. Let's see.
So what's up, Vode? You got
We talk too much, bro.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Just got up, man, and I'm still getting used to this stream thingy.
Oh, you know what? The mouth does move, but there's no sound or anything coming out.
Oh, there's no sound. You're gonna have to.
It's like only 2 seconds too. It's like.
Yeah, we'll make it better. We'll have to do something.
Yeah, make me run that.
More video or some video behind it. So, do you, Mr. Vode? Do you have any? Are you still? You do trading, right? Like you do like TA?
Oh, not in that sense. I used to.
You're
but
asking that on this show. Oh no.
No, I can be honest, man. I used to, but I stopped because it's not a.
Yeah.
I wasn't actually getting wrecked on trading that much, just because I didn't use the leverage. You know, I used to be doing like those 0.40 or 0.50x leverage with the shorting Bitcoin. So that's so conservative. You're not even short 1x. You can't get wrecked at all.
You're not like a full degen trader, like 100x and stuff like that.
I used to be.
Who hasn't? Who hasn't
And
touched
then-
the old 100x and then you get?
And then on April 1st, Bitcoin pumped as hard as fuck.
Oh, and you were shorted?
2018 or was that 2019? I can't remember.
Dang, that's
When we broke 4K and pumped like $1,000.
damn.
Yeah, I was on the wrong side of that trade because I was hedging. I was like, man, I can't lose USD value on my Bitcoin, so I'm just gonna short it. That's a good idea, right? No. But I still use the charts and use some moving averages to make it look nicer, I guess.
Yeah. Let's see.
Hey, somebody, I put in on Twitter, I posted, this is war, gear up Hexkins, and they're posting, they are ready to go. Shill Team 6 in effect.
That's so funny. Who said that? Who said that?
Hex Freedom is a
Holy smokes, that is hilarious.
No, Vince said it.
Oh, it was Vince? Dude, Vince
said Shill Team 6 standing by. Johnny said, shit, man, I'm about to throw the damn gloves off and start swinging for the fences. These people are harmful to this space.
Dude, for real though.
Yep. All right, fellas, it's getting late. I appreciate you coming on, Vode, but man, it is a 3 and almost a 4 hour. With Hexo, it always goes late, man. And he gets in here and he got a short day today on his show, so he's like all freaking fired up. He's like,
I didn't expect you guys to stream at all. It was like
today.
The first thought was you must have been going for a long time.
Yep, 4 hours. Well, I only came in here like 2 hours in, so
yeah, I'm beat. I gotta go. I haven't eaten yet. I gotta eat, and then my fast. How's your fast going, bro?
Mine. Oh yeah, Vode. Did you do the whole 5 days?
Well, I started a lot later than you, and I stopped. I don't know when exactly you stopped, but when that came out and you said like you posted the spaghetti kit, a couple hours later I broke it.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
that was only like 50 hours maybe.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I did.
I don't know. I have to do the math.
Like I could have done the minute. I was like, oh boy, I'm over there on the wall every minute putting another. It was.
Didn't you get like that? Didn't you get that euphoric kind of feeling though? I mean, didn't you feel like clean, like really, really clean?
I did. I felt really good. I That was probably the most active that I've been like in a long time, because I didn't want to think about food, so I would go out and go for a walk, and then I was like, because if you're stuck inside, like I'm not stuck inside, but I'm usually inside trying to do Photoshop or do something for Hex or whatever. That's what I usually do during the day, but I didn't want to be inside, and so I wasn't getting anything done on the computer, but I was going for long walks, and I was going and doing things so I wouldn't be in the house, because if I'm in the house, then it's easier to just go to the fridge and just be like, oh, I'll just eat a cheese stick.
Just eat a cheese stick.
Just a cheese stick. Yeah. But so yeah, I did it. I did not eat one thing for 67 hours. It was, it was pretty rough, but
That's great,
a long
man.
one, bro. That's a long one.
yeah.
Also,
Mr. Vote, hold on. Mr. Vote, sorry, RG31. So 5 days before November. Well, it's got to be before. I was thinking 5 days before we could do another fast to see if we could do it for 5 days.
So you want to fast and then do a 24-hour stream? Are you?
No. I don't want it to be that. I don't want it to be I don't want it to be on the 19th. So maybe after the AA is done. So the 17th is when the AA is done. I don't know what the day it would be for you, but like 5 days leading up to the AA being done.
Okay.
That would be 3 days before the big payday.
Okay. The AA. Okay. So the AA, the AA ends 3 days.
3 days.
3 days.
Yeah, I think it's 3 days.
Okay.
Something
And
like
then
that. We'll figure it out closer.
that's going to be an interesting time too. Those.
Yeah, when there's nothing being minted and there's no big payday in between those 3 days, it's going to be kind of crazy to see what's going to happen, because there's not going to be any hexes being minted. Yeah,
it's like impossible to tell. You got the possibility of front runners, then you have people pumping up, trying to stake. It's all over the place. I don't know.
It's going to be insane. Well, and if you think about it, most people that are big, like that whale, they're going to want to get out before the big payday, like the whale that just emergency end stake, because after the big payday, he's probably going to be paying a lot bigger fines. I don't know if he'll eat into his principal even more. So I don't know if he's even if it would have taken even more principal after the emergency end stakes, if he would have waited after the big payday. If he would have even taken more penalty. Obviously, it would take more penalties, but more penalties on top of his principal. I wonder.
I mean, Kyle said that guy actually was smart because he talked to him, and maybe the other whales aren't as smart, or maybe there is some sharks that aren't as smart.
Hopefully,
Hopefully. Well, you know what? You're right. That might be a good period, like in between the AA ending. If there's only 3 days there, we can do just the 3 day.
Yeah. Well, no. I'm doing it leading up to the AA.
Okay. And so ended at the AA.
So November 12th is when I would start, and then November 17th is when I'd be done.
Cool. And then be fully fed by 24-hour stream.
Yes.
All right, fellas, I'm ending this shit right now.
Yes.
Everybody, thanks for coming. Congratulations to all the qualifiers. We'll see you guys all on Wednesday on your Discourse Syndicate.
Oh.